pun here, a pun hound who likes to play games. You're looking for somebody who plays games? Mostly gotcha. I got you covered. And today, on this wonderful day, we're in Girls Frontlines. We're gonna be checking out the event Echo of Dawn. It is the event that came out. Now I am using, as you can see, I am now a VTuber. Hi. Hi. Wait. Hang on. Hey. Hi. So yeah. Since I'm a VTuber now, I kind of went to the thing. Instead of having me be tiny in the corner. So unfortunately, since the subtitles of this event kind of like go across the whole screen here, right on the bottom here, we're gonna have to make sure this is just how it's gonna be. So yeah, I will be reading all the dialogue, so not the ready. Now, when we get in the story here, I have started a little bit of it, but then I had to cut off to do other stuff. I did not do it here, so I have a vague memory, but we're gonna be going right into it. So let's go. With one. So, let me get comfortable here, and we'll get started. All right. Creak! With a deafening screech, the door to the I hate my reading skills. The intercontinental, thank you, train car slowly grinds open. A green ticket figure, the flow of the crowd into the cabin and quickly strides over the cramped window seat. I'm on the train. I'll be back once the request is complete. Diane, manage the squad while I'm gone. I think I read the whole thing right. Hopefully. After sending the message to the squad's chat group, Daohee puts down her comm terminal and turns her gaze outside. The train window. Somewhere in a place where she cannot see is a gigantic MPV encamped in the wilderness over 10 kilometers away from the supply station. Just then, the metal shutters close over the armored glass windows of the cabin, obscuring everything in view. With nothing to look at, Daohee shifts her gaze and looks at the cabin inside. More and more people filing the cabin. Finally. Okay, we're good. Sorry. I was just making sure of something. We should be fine. Hang on. Sorry about that. Sorry about that little interruption there. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay. Okay. With another Daohee shifts her gaze to look inside the cabin. More people file into the cabin, following the seats around her. Soon, there is a loud whistling as the fully loaded train lurches into the motion, gradually picking up speed as it pulls out of the tiny supply station, and also away from the Elmo. 1 week ago, aboard the Elmo. The Elmo has set off once again after the mission rendered emergency to 404. We're heading towards Lviv, I think that's how it says, but okay. Keeps the promise with the Kalina. Ever since we caught up with the crazy mission, the masterminds hidden with the shadows have gradually come to the fore. As a result, the agreement that has bound me for 10 years has begun to lapse, and the number of dolls who just so happen to return to Elmo has grown as well. While meeting old friends again is a joyous occasion, it does lead to some awkward moments. For instance, I heard Obshire's in a place like this? That does seem to be the case. Should we do about it, Commander? 3 minutes ago, I was chatting idly with others when I got a report from Mailing the MO encountered from the cruiser the landscape. I relaxedly began issuing orders to the dolls around me in order to give action quickly and to minimize damage of the MPV's undercarriage. Okay, so wait, what are those? I didn't. Oh. Tenterassi, Macchiato, guard the forward engine. Monsoon Squad will cover the rear. Diane, Jay, and Zhao flank from behind and pick off the upstarts that approach. Yahoy! Understood. Hee, time for me to show my stuff. As I finish giving orders, the doll replied affirmative one after another. The sulk shadow tells the green before me, who is stroking her knife as she quirks up an eyebrow. Am I a part of this operation too? I smile sheepishly and I look at her. Well, am I? After realizing what I've done, I look at Zhao with an embarrassed smile fades from my face. During the years since I led Griffin, Diane and C7, who haven't arrived in time to meet me, found each other in the containment zone, started traveling there, and eventually formed a band of Tactical Squad. Monsoon Squad. I'm not reading the other part, chat. No. I'm not reading that. Okay, I know what that said. I'm not reading that. I don't know why it's spelled like that. Like it's not C-O-M-E, it's the other one. So I have so many questions why that is spelled like that. Like, why? But I am not saying that. No. No. Anyway. When Diane and Jin came to my aid, Zhao, the leader of the Monsoon Squad, accompanied them without complaint. Strictly speaking, however, she and her squad are not part of the MO. As such, I have no authority or any right to give orders. I'm sorry, I started barking orders so I realized it. I didn't seek your opinion on the matter. Still, this is something of an emergency, so would you mind if I borrow 2 of your members for the time being? Naturally, if you're willing to help out too. I don't mind at all. As the saying goes, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That said, Monsoon Squad has not conducted many joint operations with other tactical units in the past, so we're really not used to it. Ah, what do you mean you're not used to it? Just stay on the ammo for a few more days and you'll be right at home. I kind of like that. That's actually really cute. I like that a lot. That's actually cute. I like that. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Can I get this one? Thank you. Okay. Human walks over, cheerfully smile on the hats of the impactor on the shoulder. The computer's super trustworthy, you know. You know, when it comes to fighting, just leave everything to him. Right. Let's go then. Zhao, I really hope I'm saying that name right, chat. I really am. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm hoping I'm saying it right. Right. Okay. There we go. As I watch her eye-catching silhouette shrink into the distance, I shake my head. Sigh. Rosa hears me approach, tactical tablet in hand. Commander, should we welcome party for Monsoon Squad? I checked, we have some decorations left over in the storeroom. No, let's welcome the latter party for later. We'll still not know what the Monsoon thinks of all this. And and CZ75 isn't with them either. It will be very awkward if they end up declining our offer. In that case, what if Monsoon Squad put on a guerrilla performance? They just finished an emergency reinforcement mission, so having them to put on a show would be way for them to be relaxed. You can use this opportunity to get good chat with the rest of Monsoon Squad. That does sound like worth a try. Can you help me make the arrangements, Groza? Just leave it to me. Oh yes, Commander. One more thing. What? He hands me a tablet. The screen shows a new email from the BR from Brief. Investigate unusual bandit activity. Brief sure knows how to saddle me with more work. Can we not take this one? We barely just scraped by together with these few days of free time. But Commander, the payout of this commission is the biggest that we've received gotten. And besides, Brief hands out commissions based on the contractor's previous performance. Let me guess, you're in the red again? Most perceptive, Commander. We spent on that operation to assist 404, and now that we have more people on the Elmo, we have to throw ourselves on Miss Klein's mercy when you arrive at Liv. At this rate, I'll be at mercy if we actually make it to that place in the first place. Take care of the commission too. We'll head out as soon as Monsoon Squad does their show. Understood. Alright. 2 days ago on the Elmo. I love this music. Girls Frontline always has like awesome music. I love it. Alright. The lounge picked up the people even though it's close to midnight. Monsoon Squad's first Gorilla Live has just ended in resounding success. Marvelous! Your dancing was magical, Jian. I thought Miss Dan's music was moving too. I prefer Ms. Zhao's sonic accompaniment. The solo near the end was quite stirring. Upon hearing people praise them, Jian puffs out her chest with a smug look on her face. How's that, Commander? I did well, didn't I? Yes you did. My hands are actually sore from clapping. Too bad we couldn't do the complete show because Faye isn't here. Is it Faye or whatever? Here. I guess I'll call her Faye. I really need to look up these names, chat. Anyway, if all the Monsoon were here and we had Faye to play the drums with us, we really bring down the house. Isn't that right, Big Sis Z? I call her Z or Zhao because I'm really trying not to mess up her language. So yeah, that's why I'm doing that, chat. Jian merely grabs Diane on one hand and Z with the other and places herself between them. Yeah, I hope Faye will be able to return soon. My dear sister's been rather listless while handling the drums without Faye around her sparring partner. What do you mean by sparring? Huh? What do you mean by sparring partner? Okay. Every member of Monster is truly indispensable. Diane smiles and squishes Jay's cheeks. In contrast, Z puts the Sawuna? I don't know. Away, and it silently takes up the step from the group. That would depend on the circumstances at times. Removing an unnecessary cord improves them as a whole. Gotta take a drink of water. Well, actually, no, we could, yeah, I should. What's that supposed to mean? Since when did the big sis put unnecessary stuff into her work? There aren't any Monsoon's compositions, but this scene does not apply to others. He shoots me a meaningful look. Huh? What do you mean? Others? You're just looking for a reason to slack off, aren't you? Big sis sees what she's doing. Wait, did I? Anyway. Jay pouts in annoyance, but Z pays her no further heed, merely nodding to me acknowledgement before leaving the group entirely. She finds a quiet corner and begins looking over at her communication terminal. The lounge is warmly lit and full of light, yet this green figure seems to radiate an aura that deters others. Occasionally, curious souls try to approach her, but in the end, they are driven off by Z's cold intensity. I should take this opportunity to speak with Z. After making up my mind, I begin heading towards her. However, right as I do, Z suddenly puts her terminal away and approaches me instead. Commander, are you free? There's something I'd like to discuss with you. Of course. In fact, I was about to speak with you. Z raises an eyebrow in surprise. I'll get right to it then. Commander, I would like to leave the Elmo for a while. Pardon? Please do not get me wrong. This is purely a personal matter. A friend of mine needs help with a commission, and I think that it's a good chance to consider the future for you, me, and Monsoon Squad. These words take me by surprise. Still, she has a point. This is a good chance for her to take some time and consider the future of Monsoon Squad. By all means, I have no objections to that. Thank you, Commander. That's all I have to say. You wanted to speak with me? All the words I have in mind seem to lose all meaning in the face of Z's calm expression. Oh well, perhaps now is not the right time. It's nothing. We can talk about when you get back. Since you're heading out, you should talk to your teammates about it. After giving up the idea of having an in-depth conversation with Z, I nod to her and leave the lounge. Z watches the commander leave, and then she turns her gaze to Jay and Dai, who are in the middle of a throng of dolls. Should she interrupt this lively gathering now? Z wonders. Come on. Oh, sorry. However, Diane, come on, Diane, seems to see Zai looking after her. She soon exits the group, approaching the ladder. Z, what are you talking about with the commander just now? He was just saying hello. What was he? You seem rather subdued tonight for some reason. Are you still not used to this place? I apologize for not being considerate. It was my fault for not coming to you all the way when here with us. There is a worried look on Diane's face, although she already knows what's weighing on Z's heart. However, Zay dismissed this with a slight shake of her head. You don't have to apologize. We're a team, and it's only natural that we should travel together. Trusting in you was always a collective decision, and Faye would have come too if she were able. Thank you. With that being said, would you like to meet some of my past friends? Miss Groza mentioned she hoped tonight would help you get acquainted with everyone, but it appears to have convenienced you instead. Z shakes her head again. There's no need for that. We still have a lot of time, and we don't need to rush things. After the roundabout refusal, the two briefly fall silent. Z once again glances towards the center of the lounge, where Jay is happily discussing the finer points of her performance with several Elmo dolls in the space that were cleared on their show. She contemplates her words for a moment, and then she speaks again. What do you do after this? Well, you stay on the Elmo? What does she mean by that, actually? Like I said, this has been a while since I've done all this, so I'm a little bit in the dark about it. Yeah. What do we plan to... Z, are you saying you're not going to stay with us? I'm simply unsure as to whether remaining here is the right choice. Monster Squad ought to be like the wind, should we not? Constantly on the move, constantly set on new travels. At the very least, that was I believe when I first agreed to become leader. Z. Hey, big sis. Z, what's going on? You both look so serious. Let me in on it too. Upon seeing Diane whispering to each other, Jay immediately excuses herself and scampers over, inserting herself between the two of them. Jay, Diane, we're discussing Monsoon's future. Dee doesn't give Diane a chance to soften the blow. If we remain on the ammo, then will Monsoon still be soon? I want to know what you and Faye think about all this. Of course we will! Monsoon's the same everywhere we go, right? No, wait. What are you talking about this all of a sudden? Why do you bring Faye into this? What are you getting at, Z? After her outburst, Jay glances over Diane's frowning face, and understanding gradually dawns on her. Wait! Are you saying you want to break up Monsoon? Jay's sudden exclamation drew a few curious looks from nearby dolls. Jay grabs Z from the shoulders and starts shaking her, not daring to believe her ears. Z remains silent, neither nodding nor shaking her head. But why? We're in the team. We're a team, aren't we? Even if you're the leader, you can't decide to break us up like that. Yeah, Z. If you're not used to the ammo, I'm down to listen to me. Didn't say I was going to break up Monsoon. Z calmly raises her terminal and shows the two of them. I might be the squad leader, but I have never once felt that Monsoon's fate is mine to decide. I know that the Elmo and the commander have a place in your hearts, just as I know Monsoon has a place in ours. Therefore, what I put forward was mere suggestion, but that requires Faye's involvement as well. Let me see. Jay studies the terminal and finds the latest message in the squad's group chat. I would like you to decide the future Monsoon's roster before I finish my commission. Huh? Wait, what commission? Did Monsoon get a new commission? No, not Monsoon Squad, just me. I received a personal request from an old friend just now. Do you remember Amita? That name does sound familiar. Ah, she's that broker friend of yours who saved you and helped you fix your frame. Indeed, she asked me to help bodyguard a friend of hers. I checked the location, the commission, and it located nearby city. It's just a few away from the train station, Huh, so you're gonna run up by yourself and handle the commission, you're leaving us here too? To what? Decide whether you're staying ongoing? Do you even need to think about this? Jan, of course you do. Monsoon never encountered a situation like this before. I believe that we all need to take some time to think about it. In any case, I've already spoken to the commander about leaving the Elmo for the time being. I see. So I sit down. Did the commander agree to it? D nods. Alright, I understand. Big sis! Jay tugs unhappily at Diane's sleeve, but the latter merely nods, and since she has accepted Zhao's suggestion. In that case, how much time will we have to decide? Z turns to Diane. Her expression seems to be more composed in the contrast to Diane's worried look and Jay's scowling face. Not too long. The commission will be 2 weeks long. I hope we meet again. We'll be able to make a decision that none of us will regret. Alright. Well now. That happened. Alright. So yeah. So now they're doing decisions, I guess. Which is interesting. So this is a new doll, technically. They haven't met the commander, and I don't think they were in any of the other ones. Or maybe they were. I'm not sure. Like I said, I am very new to this. I don't know exactly what any of this is. So I am kind of on the fence about it. So, well, not on the fence, I guess, but more along the lines of not knowing what's going on. So I really should play other geopolitics. I think like there's some on Steam that I can do, like some Girls Frontline games. I don't know what order to play them in, that's the thing. And I can't play the first one. And plus there's like an essay about Girls Frontline 1, so. Alright, well, anyway, let's just get it started with. Alright. Alright, number 1. The crisp sound. I know. I just realized it could be over here. My bad. The crisp sound of footsteps echo down the alley. Dee follows the addresses displayed on her terminal and turns the corner into yet another rundown alley. The already poor lighting obscured by tall, crumbling walls around her, making the cramped alley appear even more oppressive. Are Aid and Talia group really located here? Z comes to the halt as she eyes her surroundings in suspicion before checking the terminal again. However, the terminal indicates the blinking icon destination is close by. Looks like they are. Still, this commission Ada is really Amita ready 2 days ago on the Elmo. Z's terminal has been vibrating throughout the show. Upon noticing the name blink on screen, Z quickly excuses herself and leaves. After finding a quiet corner, Z takes the call. What's the matter, Amita? Z, are you free? Can you boycott a friend of mine? Her theater group is on tour in the Yellow Zones for a couple weeks, but she's really unlucky lately and keeps getting harassed by weirdos, so I'm a little worried. I wanted to hire PMC squad to protect her, but she said the trope couldn't afford to hire security, and they were worried that the security people would interfere with the performance because they don't know about showbiz. Plus, she said she didn't want me to pay and basically just shot down all my suggestions. So I thought about who I knew who could fight and understood theater stuff, and in the end, only you came to mind. But if she won't accept the bodyguards, then how am I supposed to protect her? Kiki, I got a brilliant plan. Just say you're a friend of mine and that you want to join her trope as an assistant to gain performance experience. She's a nice person, and I'm sure she'll say yes if your friend needs help. I didn't say I was free to take commissions. Hehe, but you answered me. That means you're definitely open to it. She's one of those friends. Oh my gosh. Her name is Adia. There's where she used a trope for staying for the time being. Please help me out. I'll pay you for this. You don't have to. I'll do it as a favor. After ensuring the address is correct, Z heads into the depths of the twisted alley. Just then, a scream comes from within. The panic shriek seems deceptively loud in the confines of the alley, and Z breaks into a sprint as she runs towards the source of the sound, but she sees a dark shape suddenly burst out of the shadows and dart past her. Help! He took my bag! Stop him! Before the voice finishes, Z has already turned around and is hot on the heels of the robber. The robber clearly doesn't expect Z to catch up so soon and pulls out a knife, swinging it wildly at her. Z nimbly evades the slashing knife and kicks it away before grabbing the robber's arm with lightning speed, with a quick reversal of her grip and take him off his feet. She slams to the ground and pins him there. Ow, 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 ow. That hurts, that hurts. Z ignores the robber's cries of pain and unwinds the cloth from her arm, using it as a hog-tie man. After that, she picks up the bag the robber was holding and puts it back in the depths alley. What happened to the music? Game? Game? Okay, hopefully it'll come back. Anyway, there is a boy there who is struggling to his feet, and a hat lies on the dusty alley ground. There it is. That was... Okay, I got sound, so maybe the music just cut there. Why did it... I don't know. Anyway, Z cuts her arm and stuffling boy's hands. Here, your things. Why did it... Okay, yeah, they really need to fix that. Anyway. Yes. Unfamiliar young man. The boy is clearly still shocked as he nimbly accepts her belongings from her. Z gently pats his shoulder like she's trying to console him. It's okay. Catch your breath. I'll contact the police. They'll send someone over to take care of this soon. Thank you. After hugging her bag and painfully for a bit before calming down. He stands up, dusts himself off, and puts the hat on his head before bowing slightly to Z. Sorry about this. Give me a minute. Ah, thank you so much for your help just now. In the contrast of tacky clothes, the boy's voice is clear and compelling. Don't worry about it. It was nothing. Still, why'd you come here by yourself? Do you live here? Oh my gosh, I love this. Anyway. I guess sort of. The truth is, I came here to collect inspiration. Inspiration? I'm from an acting troupe. We have a play which we're going to perform while doing charity in the Yellow Zone. But my gut told me that there was room for improvement. So I asked everyone in the troupe to come here to take in the surroundings so we can understand the audience better. See? I look like a zoner, right? Oh, you do look like a zoner resident I've seen before. See, everyone in the troupe was saying that this outfit was perfect for the female lead to wear while traveling to the zone. The female lead? Z scans the boy again. Yes, our play is about two girls becoming friends and adventuring to various parts of the world. No, what I asked is, you're a girl? The boy blinks and reaches up to his hat. She removes it and shocked the soft combined hair splits out merrily. Yep, 100% girl right here. Looks like my immersive style culture inspiration was a great success. Immersive style? This outfit looks raggedy and all, but it's an actual stage costume. I'm wearing this so I can get into the character more easily. Still, I didn't expect to get robbed even though I look so destitute. Just my luck, I guess. Although when you look about it, it's quite common for people in these areas to get robbed too. Maybe I should try to look at this part into the script as well. The girl pulls out a terminal and quickly notes it down. The girl panic from just now seems to fade as she gets more and more into her immersive culture inspiration. It is only when she finally finishes making her notes that she realizes that there is something beside her, waiting patiently. I'm sorry. I ended up getting carried away by babbling nonsense. You must have been bored, right? I mean, thank you very much for what you did just now. I'm an actor from Tally Trope. May I know who you... Hello, I am Zhao. Zhao holds out her hand, a faint, slightly rigid curve tugging the corners of her lips. Do you know perhaps Miss Ada of the Talia Trope? Eh? And that's what happened, manager. What do you think, Miss Z? Can she join us? She's highly recommended by that broker friend of mine. Give me 1 second here. Hang on. Okay, there we go. All right. There we go. Okay. After returning to the trope's separate quarters, the girl explains the circumstances to the trope manager. The manager gives the a once-over and is very pleased by it. I didn't expect you to be a doll with both stage and combat experience, Ms. Z. Is that broker friend of yours vouching for one who burst into tears while watching your previous show? If I'm not wrong, her name sounds like yours. Something da. That's her. Yes, her name is Amita. She might be small, but she might be small. Oh, but she's a big figure in the underground broker business. Hee, I remember her. The Kanzan really do breed talented people. The manager looks at Zhao. To be honest, we're really hurting for manpower by this tour. Anyone with playing experience who can handle many roles is more than welcome to join us, doll or otherwise. However, this is a charity tour for common zones. We won't be making much in the way of fees, and the trope is a budget is. While your salary might be... The manager smiles bitterly. It's alright, I'm here to get experience. Being paid for is secondary. I'm glad that doesn't bother you. So, is that a yes, manager? Mm-hmm, of course. Frankly speaking, I need to thank you for joining on Story Extraordinaires, Ms. Z. The troll manager looks at Z and holds up a welcoming hand. Glad to have you part of the show with us, Ms. Z. The Talia Troop welcomes you. Beside the manager, they laughs and pats Z on the shoulder. Yep, we'll be traveling together going forward, Ms. Z. Yippee! Alright, now we got the battle going on. So yeah, sorry about that little, like, pause there. Chat, I literally, okay, so I have, like, an X-Rocker, which is a chair. That's my gaming chair that I'm using. And since I'm VTubing now, since I'm a VTuber now, I technically have to make sure I stay up to make sure you can get my voices. And yeah, I was getting a little stiff, so I had to put a pillow behind my back so that way I wouldn't do the thing. A little bit of immersion break, but yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. All right, anyway, we're gonna let it start. Like I said, see, I have her right here. Oh, is she a level? Do you level up during operations? Oh. So I could... I have been wasting resources this whole entire time to advance level up units. I hate it here, chat. Okay, anyway. Combat start. Alright. Go. Bang, bang. Yeah. Yeah, so we're just gonna let them do their thing real quick. But yeah, I'm very excited to do this. I'm kind of sad that I had to stop doing this the last time, but at the time I really wanted to do celebrate chat, and yeah, that was kind of the things I wanted to do. That's why I did this. But now, see, we're playing this now, and I'm very happy about that. Also, I never understood this chat, but why is all the units there? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But anyway, all right. Thank you, girls. All right. Okay, yeah, so you do level up. Ah, that's cool. All right. Continue. Let's go. Yeah, don't click confirm. Continue. No, I click confirm. Okay. I hate it here. I really do. Okay, I need to click this one. And then we'll be back on track. Challenge. I hate it here. I really do. I hate it when I do that. I love this. I love this song and everything. It's really nice. The Tiles Trove convoy pulls up slowly into the settlement and comes to the halt amidst the cheering. A vehicle door opens and the trope dismounts and the huge crates a patch on the ground. The girl on their head gives a reasoned greeting. The wrinkles from her eyebrows are little as she takes out the boisterous crowd. She drags a couple what? Crates of cargo and I follow her to the girl. Where are we putting these crates? Is she still in the outfit? Oh, okay, yeah, she is. Just past them both advertising billboards for now. Zhao, those crates are kind of heavy, aren't they? You should let the props department move them. If that's alright, it's no trouble for me. As she said so, Z hoists the crates into a large circular clearing that ring by the fence of the wooden post and an old rope. She lies the crate on the center in space, reversed on the stage, then down the straightened bunch of simple-looking billboards. Said billboards were made just for show. Their pitted surface are covered in a huge eye-catching letters. The Daybreak's oath, play, is now on tour. As she sees it doing so, the girl laughs and heads over to help. You're way too nice. While we took you on assistant, you ended up doubling as an escort and took out all those ELDs too. That's a bit hard. You don't need to take all this task out as well. Not at all. I'm helping myself by doing that too. There aren't many trolls out there who will welcome Doll's assistance. I'll more show experience myself. Hee. Don't say that. You know the stare tropes in. We're lucky enough to have people wanting to help out. We don't have the right to be picky. Speaking of which, are you trying to build up this experience because of the band of yours? I remember Abe made me something about a monsoon or something? What a nice name. Going wherever you please like the wind. You must have been a lot of places in the past, right? Say hands up freeze a moment, mid-moment, but only for a moment. Yes, we've been to many satellite cities. So, you get to travel before your friends? I'm so envious. 8 smiles and sighs quietly. For some reason, there's a hint of sadness in her expression. Miss Ada? Huh? Is something wrong? Miss Ada, aren't you traveling with the trope too? Yeah, everyone here is my friend of mine, but there are times where I wish I had a closer friend around. Well, let's leave that aside for now. I still remember what it's going to be for a while before rehearsal. So could you be a favor, Miss Z? What do you mean? A pulls out a copy of the script and her contrail from her bag. Well, I heard the residents say there's an abandoned town around here, not far from the camp. Could you come me there? I'd like to take the opportunity to get more inspiration about the zone. I'm sure the manager and the others feel better with you around. Right, manager? A waves at the manager, who's fairly close by. I was seeing her sunny smile. The manager has no choice but to wave back. Go ahead, but don't take too long and stay safe. I'll be fine with Ms. Z around. Don't worry. Let's head out then. Ms. Z, our Jeep is in the way. Follow me. Alright. Combat start though. Alright. Alright, so yeah. This is a very nice event, very subtle. So for those of you watching the YouTube video, this will probably be uploaded after the live stream one. So I haven't watched the live stream yet, so I don't know what's going on. So yeah, I'm actually kind of excited to see what the live stream about. I kind of see. So yeah, this one was done past because that's just how things went, and I didn't want to wait too long for the live stream to happen. I guess technically what I could have done is I don't know. There's a lot of things I could have done, I guess. But anyway. In keeping with A's request, Zoe brings the Jeep to the hall and streets of the abandoned town. The moment it stops, A practically bursts out the door and runs over the stand in front of the clutter and ruined buildings. Now this looks pretty intact. The wall sides collapsed and the pipes are rusted through. Still, that makes a good reference with abandoned cabling here. I should get the footage of the cracks in the walls too. Aid holds a terminal on the signs and begins recording surroundings as she walks forward. What a shame. This town's completely ruined. Wonder why. Elites, collaboration, bandits, take your pick. Z keeps a watchful eye on the surroundings as she walks behind Ada. Still, I can see old signs of a firefight. Perhaps the residents fought bandits here. I see. Those bandits really are everywhere, aren't they? Looks like you need to know how to defend yourself when traveling in the yellow zone. A mood turns more ruse all of a sudden. However, she soon perks up and begins rattling off questions while filming her surroundings. Miss Z, since you travel with your friends all the time, you must have been passing the yellow zone quite often, right? Are your friends as awesome as you are? Yes, they're skilled at both climbing and performing. Wow, that's amazing. Then, are they on tour recently? Why didn't you come with you? The sudden question about why she has parted ways from her friends catches Z off guard, and she lapses into silence. After thinking about her answer for a bit, Z is about to speak when she hears a suspicious sound, footsteps on the paved road, and the sound of an unfamiliar male voice speaking. Didn't you say you saw the woman that leave the trouble of her friend? Where the Benji is she? Search harder. There's a Jeep on the side of the road. They kept going for. Before A can react, Z grabs her from behind and a wall of her. Z looks Aid in the eye, then shakes her head and speaks in a quiet voice. Shh, we're being followed. What? I don't know who they are, but it seems they're gunning for you. There's 2 of them. Wait, me? Aid's body begins to tremble. Sensing Aid's fear, Z gently but firmly presses down on her shoulder. Aid, you ever see an upside down tortoise? The little legs flying on the air and try to stand upright? What? Stay here and don't move. I'll show you now. Right as she finishes speaking, Z springs out of cover. The green flash of her bullets, and her blades streak through the air towards the 2 men piercing in rubble. They are instantly thrown into disarray and stumble back to the room walls, completely off balance. The Benji are you running for? Shoot! Get her! She's just 1 unit. She's too fast. She's too fast. I can't. Ow! A green color flash interrupts her reply with a kick, and his attempt to strike back is cut off by the emerald knife hand strike. The leading man goes down, and Z steps into the full gap. Green to the knife slices through the air in front of the other man, cutting off his escape and cornering him in an instant. In less than time it takes to draw breath, the knife edge presses towards the man's throat, and Z speaks coldly. Freeze. God darn. Okay. Using the Jeep, Z chases through left and leaves the tide down on the roadside. She then does it with her hand before lightly clamping the shoulder. Not to mention, this girl don't mess around. Seeing her down tortoise, don't see upside down tortoise. Upside down tortoise, as in they're helpless. Gotcha. Won't be winning any resident bunnies, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, that's such an old reference. The bound men are struggling to appear and trying to speak, but their gags prevent them from doing so. All they can manage are muffled vocalizations. As A watches them squirm from the bond tension, they finally leak. The tension finally leaks from her and she laughs. I feel much better now. Thank you, Zhao. You're welcome. Still, who are these people? Why would they go after you? I don't know. A bites her lip and shakes her head. Upon seeing that A is completely clueless, Z walks up and pulls out the gag from one of them. Why are you following Ada? Who sent you? Our employer told us to follow the lead of actress trope. We're just doing this because we're paid. We don't know anything. Who hired you? It's an anonymous request made through the underground markets. How the Benji will we know? Why don't you ask the chick who would have a grudge against her? The man answers directly at that point. Z turns to Ada. Well, Ada? A grudge against me? Ada clenches her fist and thinks for a bit, but then she shakes her head. I'm sorry, Ms. Zhao. I can't think of anyone. Usually with that body language, when you clench your fist and bite your lip, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Well, usually that means, usually that means like you're hiding something. Yeah, I could be wrong. Anyway, could you be on the trope? I mean, their lead actress? Z falls silent in a moment, then tucks behind the board man, his knife raised. However, just as Z is about to bring it to their necks, 8 suddenly steps up and tugs at Zhao. Miss Zhao? Zhao, please wait. Zhao frowns. Ada tightens her grip around her arm and shakes her head worriedly. You won't learn anything if you keep questioning them, right? Even if... Oh, wait, sorry. I missed that. Hang on. Sorry, I got distracted. Hang on. You won't learn anything if you keep questioning them, right? Right? The show hasn't even started yet, and the trope will have to stay for a while. If we end up offending someone now... How is this Oh my gosh, this woman. Anyway. Alright, I understand. Wait, did she say something beforehand? I didn't read that. Hang on. I know it's the same thing. I thought like there was an extra dialogue. Zhao swipes her knife and cuts the air over time before returning to its sheath. The rows behind the men cut apart. The two upside down fall heavily to the ground. I love this too much. It's so funny. Why? I don't think funny would be the right word, but yeah. Anyway. Oh. Dao leans against the two men's jeep and icily watches the two men trying to free themselves. I'm letting you go because of Ada pleaded for you. Don't let me see you again. Yes, ma'am. The two suspicious-looking men quickly drive away under Zhao's watchful gaze. As she watches them leave, A bows to Zhao. I'm sorry, Miss Zhao. I didn't mean to stop you from looking at things just now. No need to apologize. I understand. The trope doesn't need distractions before the show begins. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So, I have another position to make. Ada puts her hands together and bows slightly to Zhao. Could you please not tell any others about those? I don't want the others to worry about me. Please? Please? In the end, Ada's sincere plea triumphs over Zhe. Alright, I'll keep quiet about this. But if anything comes up and disturbs the show, I'll tell the truth. Yeah, that's fine. It's a deal. Thanks, Miss Zhao. Oh, yeah, we should head back to our camp. Rehearsal's about to starting soon. We spend enough time here as it is. Ada hurries up the jeep parked nearby. Zhao jogs after her, but she casts her eyes into the distance, towards the direction of the men's vehicle. Yeah, she is very cute, beautiful. I do like it, and I do like this level up thing, which is very nice. Anyway, all right. Now we're getting to the part where I have not played it. I don't remember any of this anyway, so this was all like new to me anyway, even though I did play this like a little bit ago. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, like right here, like I'm actually cut off here, so yeah. Anyway, with that in mind, let's head in with 1-2. This one's a non-battle mission, so let's check it out. Night falls, and the trope campsite, which was bustling with activity during the day, has calmed down as everyone retires to their quarters to rest. However, Z is quietly opening the door to her quarters. After quickly looking around outside and ensuring everything is normal, she spiritually drives away from the campsite. Her jeep races over the wilderness towards the abandoned town. Wait, who? Oh, the campsite. Oh, I thought it was the manager. No, it's that. Okay. Her G races over the wilderness towards the abandoned town Zian visited during the culture duration. She parks outside, dismounts before examining surroundings on the ground. The two of them left from here. These tracks look new, and they match the model of their Jeep in the direction they took to leave. That's right. These are the tracks. She follows someone indecent of their tracks. The Jeep turning here and there, stopping and starting again. Finally, Z comes to the halt on a secluded valley. Before her, a dozen vehicles are parked, all leading to the valley of the mouth. What's going on here? Z parks her Jeep in a secluded corner and cautiously approaches the mouth of the valley. She looks for a good vantage point where she can use to peer deeper within. At the floor, she sees several rows of dilapidated houses. Their lights illuminate with a valley of vehicles and various makes driven through it. A valley of well as people patrolling beside them. Even from afar, their unique style of dress instantly tells you who they are. Bandits? She frowns. The bandits are endemic of the Yellow Zone, so finding one their base is exactly ordinary. However, the men she caught on earlier today didn't seem like bandits, so what exactly is going on here? Just as Zia sinks into thought, she hears a sound from nearby. We found it! Over here! Zia quickly ducks behind the pile of rocks and looks at the source of the sound. A pair of figures walk through the night. The one appears to be a girl, and the one behind her wearing a huge coat. There seems to be something familiar about them. Zia ups the output of her visual modules, but just as she's about to do them, they suddenly turn toward her. Look out! There's someone up ahead! They speak over fire. The bullet kicks on the spray and sends Zhao's to feet. The girl is already towards her. Z ducks behind a nearby wall. The fact that they have managed to spot her easily is a clear sign that they aren't ordinary people. And only picking a one-on-two fight would not be wise. However, if the one in the bag is somewhat important, then taking out might be a good idea too. About to make up her mind, Z bursts out from behind the pile of rocks and throws a grapple rope onto the coated figure. Look out! The girl immediately turns to cover a target, but she can't swat the grapple away in time. The coated figure executes a combat roll and evades the thrown spike. So you're a combat doll then, or a combat person, because yeah, there'll be. However, Z has already launched herself forward by now. Commander! Another. I guess, yeah, okay. Another burst of bullets Zhao steps, drowning the girl's words. Zhao evades with rapid dash, and the hand tightens around her knife as she leads forward again. The blade slashes through the fabric coat, and the light reflected from the night illuminates the wearer's face. Commander? Huh? What? Wait, what? Huh? Wait, what? Chat, what the? Huh? Hey! After the scuff, I'll explain the reason why we're here to Zhao. So you're saying you're here to investigate the bandit activity of the region? Well, that's convenient! Indeed, the MO recently got a commission to track down bandits. You wouldn't have known because Groza and I set out a little after you. According to brief, this particular band has been going all out with the killing, looting, burning, and a few good friends of mine have reported losing stock with them as well. They're very familiar with the terrain, and we only just managed to find their base today. But enough about us. What about you? I suppose someone capable of you must be like nothing to come into the bandit stronghold by yourself so late at night. It was merely coincidence up here. I expect the bands would have their eye on my client. Seriously? Who is this client of yours anyway? She's an actress. Her show just arrived in the settlement yesterday, and they're preparing for a show. I have no idea why the bands would go after her. Perhaps it's just a misunderstanding. After all, the performing trope from the green zone, so perhaps they appear like plump sheep to these hungry wolves? I see. Still, she only arrived yesterday, and the people already have their sights on her. It's quite surprising just how eager the bands are about all this. What do you mean plan to do, Commander? Are you going to wipe out the stronghold? I'm not in a hurry to do so. My assignment is to cut a discreet investigation, so in principle, I'm just supposed to remotely observe them. The important thing is I get to feel for their overall situation, so I won't be making contact with them or entering their hideouts unless I have to. And besides, it seems these bands have some kind of boss in charge of them. They have more than one base, so sniffing them out is going to take a while. Ugh, what a pain. Dee thinks for a while. I'm all there. She looks up at me. In that case, I have a proposition, Commander. Go ahead. At first, I thought this was an ordinary case for someone trying to imitate my client, but things are clearly not that simple since the situation involves the bandits. After taking into consideration the short stay and the secret investigation you're conducting, Would you be willing to join the Trove's protection mission for the time being and work with me? Oh, that's convenient. So the Trove serves as both a bait and cover for our investigation. Heh, it does sound like a win-win situation. Yes. Also, if anything happens to the client, the Trove will be safer with you and Miss Groza around. Oh, so my wife is here. Yippee! I don't mind. But the client and the Trove, on the other hand, I'll speak with them about it. However, the Trove's funds are limited, and they probably won't be able to pay you too well. There's no need for that. Ultimately, we're both making use of each other. And besides, Monsoon has done their fair share of free labor for me, too. Are you happy with that, Leader Zhao? I chuckle and extend my friendly hand to Zhao. She's silent for a moment and then extends her hand at me, one that's covered in scars. That's strange. Since when did Zhao miser? Fixing this level of synthetic skin damage shouldn't cost that much. But I can ask for... Before I ask for her, Zhao nods to me. Glad to be working with you, Commander. Oh. Okay, well that's surprising. I'm glad I stopped that. Wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming. So this is actually a first. So for context, I'm so used to these events where it's just like, oh, we're focusing on them and stuff like that, chat. But this is the first time that that the commander's been involved, to my knowledge anyway. Like, this is actually like the first time, so I am very curious to see how this goes. So yeah, let's get into it. Also, I just noticed this got a nice little addition there. The little arrow changes, kind of cool. I like that. I'm kind of curious if yeah, so it actually shows you which one to do. That's actually cool. Okay, so now we go. The night is time of rest, but also a good time for ambushes. So now we got the commander here. Huh. All right, that's interesting. I kind of like that though. I do like that. Not to say I don't like the Dawn Pacific stories, but I do like how the commander is being inputted in. So yeah. And also, before I continue, say all about the Christmas one, that one I'm not gonna count because, chat, in that aspect, that one was already predetermined to have the commander in it. I'm talking about ones where it's like it introduces the doll and it focuses on the doll. But yeah, anyway. And plus on that one, it was just a side mission. That was such a weird mission too. Anyway, let's continue. Okay, so it's just straight in a mission. Interesting. All right. Just go to the combat start. I'm also gonna chat. One thing I'm gonna have to do also while this is playing, I'm gonna have to like start getting my dailies done and stuff because yeah, this thing is not gonna be what it wants to be. But yeah, I'm very curious now. So basically, I think it's just a matter of coincidence somebody hired her. Wait, that doesn't make any sense though, because wasn't it established that technically speaking, one of the guys like, oh well, somebody hired us. So I don't know. I could be wrong. We'll see in a minute. Cutscene. After returning to the command site next day, Zhao introduces me and Groza to the trope. Just in case, I have a set of the credentials ready to prove my identity. However, it seems like occurrences were unfounded. Once we reveal that there is bands nearby, Zhao has no problems at all convincing the manager to take us on. Soon, the trope has freed up temporary bunking space for me and Groza, while Ada cheerfully takes upon herself to show us around. Over there! This way, please! After leading us to our quarters, A clearly shows us the facility and briefs Groza about the trope's activities. In any case, I'm referring to the schedule. If you guys need anything, feel free to look for me or the manager. Thank you, Miss Aid. You're welcome to look us up anytime, too. We got the Y here. We got the Y here. I'm so happy about this because I love it when it's just me and Groza because, yeah, Groza is like such, Plus, oh my gosh, I think it's up on my channel, chat, and everybody on YouTube, but definitely check out her, Covenant and stuff like that is so good. I love this woman. Anyway, thank you, Ms. Ada. You're welcome to look up the sub anytime, too. After briefing us, Ada doesn't leave right away. Instead, she finds a gawking Zai, who's standing by my side. Zai notices Ada's gaze and walks over to her. Ada grabs Zhao and pulls her aside before whispering in my ear. Miss Zhao, they seem pretty still, but that bounty hunters... Wait. Are you... No! Are they calling... That looks at me from a distance. Wait, she's gonna say I'm cute or something? He's a reliable friend of mine. There's something fishy about that attack yesterday, so I asked him to come and help out. I see. Alright then. Still, about that attack from yesterday. Don't worry, I won't tell the manager about it. Ada visibly relaxes and she bows to Zhao in gratitude. Thank you so much. I don't know how to show it, but I'm really grateful for you. Thanks, nothing of it. However, for safety's sake, I would recommend you leave the campsite for as little as possible. Sure, I won't go far. A leaves the room after nodding gratefully to Zhao. After he leaves, I smile and approach Zhao. Well, the lead a monsoon for you. I'm sure Diane and the others must have a much easier time on their travels with you around. Zhao turns in as she hears my voice. Just doing my job as leader. Is something the matter, Commander? Something's bothering me. It seems Ms. A doesn't understand the true identity of her attackers. That does not seem to concern your mission, Commander. I don't mean the pry, of course. That was just a reminder. Rather than debate about it, I have a suggestion. The summit seems quite lively. Would you like to walk around it with me and get a picture of what's happening on the ground? All right. Okay, I see what the commander is doing. This is very smart. The commander knows she's debating about staying, so the commander's like, let me show you why you should stay. And like, because the commander's taking an interest chat, and I like that. After leaving the Tropes campsite, it's still in construction, Z and I walk down the streets of the settlement. Also, this music is kind of a bop. I like it. Anyway. The roads are the covered sign of gravel. Houses are run down. And the people are poor. Settlements like these are everywhere in the Yellow Zone. The sole difference is that one we're staying in is very large, which is most likely why the Trope chose this base themselves here. Still, the livelier the settlement is, the more likely to draw the bandits' attention. I turn my eyes outside the settlement as a thought crosses my mind. Pile rocks and drift sand hide in the land, and the sky is the distance, but I know that there is lurking threat hidden in the distant valley. Just as I'm about to head outside the settlement, Zhao comes to the halt. Commander? Why do you ask me to go with you? This is meant to be a safe investigation. There's a chance the secret could be breached. We're working together on this assignment after all. It's better that we interact to get to know each other. Commander, you are smooth. Also, things in the Yellow Zone are pretty complicated. I'm empty-handed right now. I feel better with a certain squad leader by my side. Commander, the amount of Riz. I swear to Benji. Oh my gosh. According to what you have, Commander, dealing with over 10 bands by yourself, even without a doll squad. Ain't no way! Ain't no way! This is literally like, okay, I understand now. Yep. According to what I know of you, Commander, dealing with over 10 bands by yourself without a doll squad back you is beneath you. Besides, you have Miss Groza too. Yeah, I do. I have to wait. Indeed, which is why this is only part of the reason. The other reason is you, Z. The truth is, there's something I want to discuss with you on the day Monsoon had their concert. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do so. That day, yes, it was unfortunate that we could not speak. What do you wish to talk about, Commander? Monsoon and the Elmo. I know that you're a leader, Monsoon, and you're not part of the Elmo. It's not easy for a gust of wind that used to... This is why I love the Commander so much! The Commander knows! I love this! The Commander's like, look, I know what's going on. Okay, I'm not dense. I love that. It's not easy for a gust of wind that's used to freedom to have suddenly accept new environment. I'm grateful that they are willing to stay with Elle for the sake of Diane and the others. They are my friends. Yes, and you're a good leader. That much goes without saying. But even though you're their leader, I can sense you're changing too. Right now, the way you're talking to me is completely different from when the monsoon first came to help me. It's been a while. I haven't remembered that. We Boundeers have keen noses, so feel free to talk about anything you want with me. Zhao does not answer. Or perhaps we could discuss it with Monsoon if you think it would be better that way. It won't take long for them to come here from the Elmo, and there'll be extra hands for the commission. Commander's really good at this. He's like, look, I'm gonna get the answer out of you, whether you like it or not. I have the ammunition. I love this commander. I love this commander. This commander's like, I'm getting the info, whether you like it or not. Z remains silent. Her study is still blank. According to Jay, her facial cures were damaged in combat. As a result, she does not show much in the way of facial expressions, but sometimes this poker face of hers is perfect camouflage for her feelings. I look straight at Z, silently waiting for the answer. Just then, I hear the sound of argument from a nearby hovel up ahead. It's not like that. Listen to me. Those letters I sent were just letters. Listen to how you. It's not for you. Ferris would have. No, Ferris. She just look. Just listen. For some reason, the bleeding girl's voice sounds strangely familiar. Zhao and I exchange looks. We nod and take cover nearby. Enough of this BS. You think I'm going to buy that goody two shoes act? You're just. It's all because of you. No, I really didn't. I knew that someone like this because of you. Stop pretending already. Get lost. Get out of here. The argument doesn't last long. Soon the owner of the nasty voice departs, leaving behind the sound of quiet sobbing. It's like that for a while before gradually tapering off. Then a familiar figure stands out from behind the wall. It's Ada, the lead actress of Tally Trope. What? And the bitch is, hey Reaper, welcome in. Hey Reaper, we're doing the event. Welcome in. Yeah. Hello, new model. Hi. Yeah, we're doing this event right now. But yeah. Yeah, I did this yesterday. It's very amazing. It's done by Wills and stuff like that. There's things should be in the description. Yeah, but yeah, back to the thing. I'm really liking this. I'm actually really glad I actually took the time to actually come back to this, because I'm gonna be honest, before I continue here, thank you. Yeah, I really like it. I'm gonna be honest here, I didn't know. I was having like, maybe I get a burden of this. No, this story is really good. I'm glad I'm keeping up with it. It is so good. I love it. All right, anyway, back to the thing. Yeah, she rubs her tears away as she walks. Her clothes dusty. Her hair is a little mussed, probably from the scuffle just now. Did they get fight? Zai frowns and prepares to stand, but I put my hand on her shoulder and gently shake my head. Interesting. Don't go right now. It might be a personal matter for Ada. Z doesn't answer, but she doesn't move either. It's only when Ada leaves that I loosen my grip and let her rise. As expected, Zhao doesn't go after Ada. Instead, she fixes me with a cold look. Why'd you stop me just now, Commander? If this is a personal matter for Aid, butting in rashly would only make things awkward for her. The trope was about to put on their show. It would be better to figure things out and then ask Aid about it later rather than incur unnecessary trouble. This isn't the first I've encountered something like this. The dispute just now was very intense. If that man keeps bothering Aid, it might end up affecting the show. We still don't know the full picture yet. Barging in thoughtlessly might only end up making things worse. Yeah, drama. You don't want the drama, chat. No drama. No drama for the mama. Or llama! Why did I say... Never mind. In the condition zone, there are two guys minding our own business. And it's a bad thing. That's what A wants too, isn't it? Zhao frowns. Minding my own business? So this mind your own business to... So this is my... Wait. What do you say wrong there? In the container zone, there are times when minding your own business isn't a bad thing. That's what A wants too, isn't it? Is this minding your own business, isn't it, Commander? Okay. Zhao's expression doesn't change, but I can hear a hint of disappointment in her voice. However, this is the most sensible choice right now. If Ada objects, I will not pursue the matter for now. But if it affects upcoming play, I will not remain silent. In any case, I'll look around the area alone now. For now. I can handle things by myself. You should head back to the campsite, Commander. It seems Al's made up her mind. I sigh, then turn to leave. We'll discuss it after she settles down. Yeah, Commander, you kinda screwed that one up. I mean, you're right, but yeah. By the time I return to the Trope's campsite, the stage in the center has begun to take shape. As the group of people, as a group, not that other word, chat, not that other word. A group of people gathered around it, and Ada seems to be in their midst. As I approach, Groza turns to me from where she's standing on the edge of the crowd. Commander? What's going on here? Miss Ada is rehearsing. Apparently there was a recent revision to the certain scene. It looks like the heart of the crowd. While it's just a scene rehearsal, Ada is completely into it, with no sign of tears she just shed just now. Shortly afterwards, Zhao enters the campsite too. Ada is still performing, so Zhao frowns slightly before standing aside to watch silence. Soon the scene is over, and the audience erupts with thunderous applause. Wow, that was a great change. It's even more previous version of the scene. I bet our tour is going to be a great success. Alright, I'm happy everyone's so confident in our tour, but I'd like to hear from the audience too. Ada steps out of the crowd and beckons to me and Zhao. Hi, you two. You saw rehearsal just now. What'd you think? It was very compelling. As for the fine details, Zhao, you got stage experience. Maybe you'll like to field this question. I smile and then glance at Zhao. She considers her words for a moment and then begins speaking in the earnest voice. I think her performance was very professional. While I arrived later, sorry, misclick. While I arrived later and only managed to see part of it, the girl Zola that you played was lively animated and very likable. Her fire and promise of her friend was stirring too. I'm sure it would have won the hearts of the audience in the green zone. However, the delivery of some lines seemed a little unpolished. Further practice might be acquired. It sounds harsh, but that's high praise coming from Zhao. After hearing her words, Ada scratches her head bashfully. Ah, but that's to be expected. After all, the character was modeled after Ada. That's interesting. She was? It's nothing. Right, I need to go check out my costume with the director. If there's nothing else, let's go take a break for a bit. Miss Ada? What are you looking for me, Zhao? Z? Upon seeing Z's hesitate, I cut into their conversation. Z, shall we talk about campsite security? Yes. Wow, you guys really work hard. I'll leave it to you then. Gotta head over to the director's office. A leaves and I ask girls at the queue standing watch by the stage. Z's face is blank as ever. Slightly internally, I approach her. What did you find out outside the campsite? Thanks to your restraint, I didn't manage to find anyone I love that. Thanks to your restraint, I didn't manage to find anyone suspicious. In that case, you shouldn't thoughtlessly question Ada about it either. Commander, are you saying that you believe asking about the matter will be bad for Ada, or that it will affect your investigation with the bandits? While I said I was willing to work with you, I was upfront about how the investigation would take priority over the protecting the trope. Currently, Ada's situation is not related to the trope, and working with you does not extend to interfering with actors' personal lives. I do not wish to give rise to unintended consequences by doing so. In the yellow zone, supplies are not cheap, and while I don't know how Zune operates for a bounty hunter, mind your own business is important for principle for survival. Okay. He's basically saying, look, I don't want to screw things up. Okay? We're going to take this slow. We need to understand the situation. Zhao falls silent, as though she didn't expect me to state my position that frankly. I like that. I like that of the commander. She frowns slightly, but in the end, she simply fixes me with a calm gaze. Since you decided to prioritize the investigation, I have a request of my own. I hope that you will not jeopardize the show for the sake of your mission, Commander. Okay. Of course, I have my principles too. I'll inform you if I discover anything unusual. I hope you will keep your promise, Commander. Zhao turns to leave after saying those code words. After I watch her go, I'll rub between my eyes in resignation. This position is only going to get worse at this rate. Is there a way to soften Z's attitude? What would Monsoon Squad do when they have a dispute? Monsoon Squad. An idea sprang to my head. I pull out my terminal and find the names of Diane and G. I'm sorry, girls. It seems I need your help again. Hey! You know what? You know what? That's actually really smart. He's like, look, I'm trying to get along. I'm screwing up. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, that's really good. Let's continue. I like that. It's like, look, I need help here. Commander's like, I don't know how to talk to women. Help, even though I have a wife here. I love that too much. In the wilderness, a jeep races towards the destination. The doll in front of the passenger leans against the window, intently onto the scratched glass. Big says faster. The man and Zell have walked out at each other. I love that line. Oh my. Big sis, go faster. The commander and Z will have walked out on each other by the time we get there. Game? Game? Game. Thank you. That was weird. Okay. The doll in the driver's seat stomps on the gas pedal again, but they only reply with a slow humming engine as it strains under the weighty burden. Jay, we're driving at top speed a long time now. Any faster, this jalopy will probably come apart before we even reach the campsite. After hearing his reply, she pouts and curls up in her seat. Fine. Truth is, I just want to see the commander and Zhao ASAP. Hee, that poker face woman cruelly dumped us to take on the mission by herself. I can wait to see her staring baka at us while we show up. I know you're still mad about what happened back then, but the commander didn't ask us to come in order to make things worse. You don't want Z to truly leave me soon, do you? Heck no! Why else would we be rushing like this? Anyway. Okay, fine. Relax, big sis. I promise. I won't get mad at her when we meet later. At most, I'll wait till she gets back to the Elmo before her secret... Oh my gosh. That's if she comes back at all. If we can't convince her. We still have Faye, don't we? She's on her way too, isn't she? Oh, I don't know who Faye is! I want to say... Wait, are we gonna get her model? I don't know who that is, chat. Like, at all. So I'm really curious about her. Faye's never got along with others, but even she's willing to come to Elmo. So there's no reason they can refuse either. We can't really say. After all, Zhao isn't an ex-Griffin doll. This is such a pain. Monsoon's still Monsoon, even on the Elmo. And the commander's a really nice guy too. Do we have to choose between Monsoon and the commander? Why is Zhao making things so difficult for us? Indeed, perhaps the problem isn't for us, but all Monsoon too. The interior of the little Jeep is silent for a while. Diane frowns as she gazes at the distance, then floors accelerate once again. Oh, I feel so bad about the girls. It's really sad. All right, combat starter. All right. Let's go. Okay. Bang, bang. But yeah. I like how the commander called. I'm kind of surprised he sent them there. I thought a holo call would have been better. But maybe the commander's like, I can't, I need them here. Maybe that's the idea. Maybe chat. We don't know. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what it is. I need to customize your outfit, girl. I keep forgetting. They finally released the customizable outfit for her, and I need to customize her. Okay, here we go. Back to the scene. In the fiery afternoon, Talia's trope campsite is boiling hot as you expect. The trope members hurry back and forth, rushing to the stage, rehearse, and prepare props. Zoe, Groza, and I are infected by those industrious moves and find ourselves taking part too. Suddenly, I hear the sound of a happy shout from the distance of the sweltering heat. Commander! Zoe! Zoe turns up and freezes up. Meanwhile, I turn just in time to gust a crimson wind to slam into me. The impact is somehow as I lose balance and stumble back. Ow! Look out! Just as I'm about to fall, a hand reaches out and just in time to stand on my shoulder. At the same time, the girl who... Can we... This dialogue's so suggestive. Who just bumped into me. I am not saying the other one. Barely manages to correct her posture and helps Zoe stand me back up. Sorry, Commander. It was an accident. I'm okay. With my feet back under my glass, I look at the girl before me. Her long twin tails fluttering in the wind, and the smile on her face is so bright that it makes me feel happier just looking at her. I relaxfully reach out and affectionately ruffle her hair. You came fast, almost caused a speedy accident, in fact. Speedy accident. That's what they said when I was born. Anyway, it's just because I miss you so much, and I didn't want to be apart from your second commander, and I guess I miss Z too. In any case, the moment we got your message, Big Sis and I came here as quickly as we could. Isn't that right, Big Sis? Jay laughs as she turns to Diane, who has just arrived. We're not late, are we, Commander and Z? There's an apologetic smile on Diane's face as she turns to the green hued doll. Forgive us for acting hastily and coming here without informing you. You have nothing to apologize for. In the first place, decision-making authority was in your hands while I was away from the squad. Z remains calm, even when confronted by this sudden visit from her teammates. Jian seems annoyed by this and gets up in Z's face. Wait a minute. Why isn't your mouth wide open? Huh? Aren't you at least a bit surprised that Big Sis and I are here? I am surprised, but I'm not a tickle me doll that opens its mouth when you squeeze its tummy. That reference ain't no way. Oh my gosh. A tickle me throat, because I was like, wait, what did, oh my, this is why I love this game so much. This is why I'm so glad I make sure I come back to this. Like, I know there's like many other games, but this is the first gacha game or like any game that I've seen where they've stuck in so many references in here. Like, I think this actually has more references, chat, than Nikkei does. And that is so surprising to me, and I love every minute of that. Like, and because like in the previous one, they literally had Ubisoft references in there. And I'm like, excuse me? Oh, sorry. Off-brand Ubisoft references. Like, there were so many references in that one. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. Okay, but yeah, I'm loving every minute of this. But anyway, let's continue, shall we? I'm surprised, but I'm not a tickle me flow doll that opens its mouth when you squeeze its tummy. Also, my emotive expression modules only support opening mouths for a limited extent. Ah! That's why you're so annoying. Big Sis, and came all this way. Uh-oh. I just realized my, there we go. That's why you're so annoying. Big Sis and I came all this way and even react to it. You don't care at all. Jen! Uh-oh. Alright, I hate. Ugh. Hang on. Zell looks at viewing Jian, and the eye shakes her head. It's not like I don't care. It's just I guess why you came. As such, I have no choice to accept your arrival and introduce you to everyone in the trope. Saying so, Z pulls Jian and Diane over and smiles faintly to the trope members who are gathered around them. Aide, manager, everyone. These are Diane and Jean. They're my friends from my band. Like me, they have extensive stage and combat experience. Welcome! Are you the ones who've been traveling and performing everywhere with Ms. Zhao? Indeed, they were interested in the trope's upcoming play and insisted on coming by the help. Feel free to tell us if you need anything for the next few days. We'll be your care for the time being, everyone. Diane smiles and bows. Upon seeing how Diane is acting, Jian's face lights up with a smile too. Yep. Just let me know if you need any help. I can work, fight, and perform. Oh yeah, I can do kung fu, sing, and play the drums too. Wow, really, Ms. Jian? Can I consult you on the finer points of fight scenes? It might end be useful to our play. Hee, of course. In fact, I can take a demonstration right now. Empty space. There we go. Come on, this way. Jian dragged Ada off, and Sai proceeds to give her an energetic display of martial arts moves. Ain't no way this woman's literally doing a Karate Kid or Kung Fu Panda. I can literally just see her like a bit like from Kung Fu Panda. Chat, I can literally see her just going, hey. I love it. Anyway. Diane shakes her head and smiles as she watches Jian antics. She really does go full throttle all the time. Still, there won't be any problems of blending into a trope now. Well played, Commander. I'm impressed. Z looks at me and her smile fades. Please forgive me. I simply do not want to cause any misunderstanding between us. I believe that we'll be able to get along better with Diane and Jian around. As for the future, thank you for your concern, Commander. Z interrupts me halfway through my explanation. I will carefully consider the future of Monsoon Squad. Well, I mean, you tried, I guess, but... Commander's trying, chat, but... Let's be honest here, it's not working too well. Alright, let me get another drink of water. I am talking up a storm. Alright, I think, yeah, this looks like it's the final scene before the, so it looks like it's just scenes all the way through. This is like the final cut scene, one give or take. Alright, so yeah, let's go. With the next one, it will all miss the same, but the mouths are extraordinary real. You. Although there's a slight tension between Zhao and Diane and Jian, it doesn't affect the assignment, and the show preparations proceed as spice. Hey, what? I love the music. It's so good. It's such a bop. Anyway, the stage is slightly compared forth in the settlement. The trope decides to interview test show now. Tonight. The music starts to replace by the applause from the audience. One by one, the cast members take their bows, and the director waves excitedly at the audience from the stage. And that's a wrap. A big thank you for making this show the Daybreak Oath a great success. Following the director's announcement, the cast members excitedly for the group hug, and the lead actress Aid is naturally in the center of the group. Aid, you are amazing. I didn't expect to exchange the files so moving. Thank you. But thank you, everyone. But I couldn't have done it without you. Be it the script revisions or in later performance, the joint rehearsals. I'm so grateful to have your support. Abe bows deeply from where she's standing in the middle of the crowd. The director comes over and pats her on the shoulder. Come on, Aid. No need to be modest. We all know how hard you worked to make this tour a success. I'm sure Farrah's parents would understand your feelings if they were here. Farrah's who? What now? Huh? We sent the invitation long ago, but I guess they won't be coming. Otherwise, they wouldn't. A sighs quietly and drops the subject. Then she insanely wipes her dejection away like it never existed and smiles as she grabs Z and Jian by the hands. That's right, director. I learned a lot of interesting things recently while talking with Monsoon Squad. For instance, Kung Fu movies literally look cool on stage. I was joking, chat, about it being about the Kung Fu Panda and Karate Kid. Ain't no way. Oh my god. Ain't no way. I hate it. I hate it. Darn it, chat. Okay, I did not pre-play. Anyway, moving on. Oh, it looks really good on stage. I was thinking that maybe we could work on them for our next production. Wow, really? Yep, I still remember the super cool flying kick you showed me. That's Poe. That has to be Poe, right? Or it might be. I have never watched. Okay, everybody on YouTube and chat, do not yell at me. I have not seen Kung Fu Panda, so I don't know if that's a reference to one of them. I don't know if Poe goes flying kick or something like that. But yeah, I'm just going on the assumption. But yeah. Yep, I still remember the super cool flying kick you showed me. It would be perfect for the fight scene also. Just as A begins to act and move in tow, a shadow falls from the sky. Look out! He pulls Ada to glance the bottle. Flying paint hits the ball while Ada is standing just a moment ago. The paint inside splashes out on the glass and shatters a savage flower. Before Ada can react, a second and third ball sail on the campsite, intercepted by a hail of stones and leaving streaks of paint all over the stage. Hey! Someone's causing trouble! Diane, protect the cast. Commander, Gene, with me. Diane's voice remains on the wind as she leaps out of the campsite, leading to a nearby wall. Who is doing this? With lightning speed, Zhao subdues the suspicious man behind the wall without giving him a time to respond. On her end, Jian also has grabbed someone outside the campsite. Both of them drag the men to the center of the campsite. Despite being pinned, they're still struggling and cursing. Who the Betty are you? Let me go. Yeah, you're just a crowded group of actors. What right do you have to grab me? Get it through your thick skull. Stop going around doing shows and get lost now before you mess up the more people's families. Shameless, horrible criminals that let actress. Oh. Oh. Shameless and harbor criminals. The lead actress, aide, or whatever is a murderer. That makes you guys arrest accomplices too. Huh? Huh? Shut it. Dow knocks the ranting man out with a knife-handed strike. After seeing how his friends were KO'd, the other man shrinks away in terror. However, when he sees how Ada is not trying to stop this, and in fact lowers her head injection, he starts cursing again. As the first goes louder, Z scowls and takes out her knife before pressing it in the man's neck with a cold look in her eyes. Hey, let's talk this out. I need to get serious. Alright then, talk. Why are you attacking this trope? We were hired. Our client only gave us money and told us to make trouble and then mess up the show. And what's this all about a murderer? I don't either. The client just told us to say that. Ah, yes. They got a grudge with your leading lady. He said she... Before he can finish, Zoe knocks him out as well. She glances at Jay and Diane, indicating that they should drag the two Englishmen away. Then she looks at me, who is standing aside in the distance. I instantly get Zoe's meaning and enter the crowd before giving the director a meaningful look. Miss Ada, looks like she needs some rest. Miss Ada, listen to this. Let's end rehearsal here tonight. Everyone should turn in early. We'll clean up the rest. After seeing the director nod, the rest of us cast and crew always disperse. Soon the only one left wants to cancel is the director, Aid, and the dolls. Z helps Aid to take a seat and squeezes her hand. Aid, can you tell us what happened before this? Aid, head still lowered. She remains gloomy and silent. After seeing the stage in, the director shakes her head and sighs. Maybe I should do it. If I'm not wrong, my guess is the clients who hired these people to attack the theater were parents of Aid's former friend, Ferris. A former friend? Called Ferris? Yes, Ferris was a good friend of Aid's and an outstanding young actress. The truth is, she was supposed to be the female lead of the Daybreak Oath. Back then, Aid and Ferris joined the auditions for the part, and they made it through both of them. Ferris was the female lead, and Aid was the second female lead. Ferris and I both love to act. I still remember the day we met each other. Aid, who has been silent this time, slowly lifts her head. She looks on the stage, but it seems more like she's gazed in the depths of her past. Oh. The day I joined the impromptu drama competition, I was a rookie back then. Nobody paid me any attention to me.
But by the time the conversation ended, a girl ran over all of a sudden and praised me for doing a good job. She pointed out all the details of my act. We ended up talking for a long time. She told me her name was Ferris and that she wanted to become a pro actor, just like me. 8 smiles and she recalls her past with Ferris. After that, we became good friends. At that time, we all had our bits and parts. At that time, we all had our bits and parts, but no matter what roles or scripts were given, we always rehearsed them together so we could critique and further refine our act. Over time, we slowly became able to play supporting roles, and then we both made it through the auditions for Daybreak Oath. I remember testing in the Yellow Zone together, looking for a crucial inspiration together, going on tour together. Those days were really happy, but 8 stopped speaking, as though she thought of something, and her smile turned sour. 2 years ago, when Ferris and I were out on the Canadian zone together, we were attacked by bandits. The PMC assigned to protect us was taken out by bandits, and Ferris too. Oh. I passed out back then and was mistaken for dead, but a passing battery hunter saved me. Everyone in the troop was heartbroken over Ferris. We had lost a great actress and a good friend. After that, everyone in the troop was grieving for her, and the lead actress role of the Daybreak Oath sat vacant for a long time. Later on, I remember that Aid and Ferris had acted opposite each other and had tried out for the position. She did well, so we decided to permanently assign it to her. But I didn't expect my decision would lead to misunderstanding by Ferris' parents. They thought that A had gotten Ferris killed in order to become the lead actress. Oh. Oh wait, why am I freezing up there? Oh. Oh, what? Did you try not to contact the parents? Oh, we tried many times, but Ferris thought the trope was in on it, and Aid and kept refusing to talk to us. Aid also tried looking for the bandits, but they'd never been easy to find, and the situation was chaotic back then. While all times gone by, we couldn't find any evidence at all. And that's how the misunderstanding lasted all the way until now. Yes, the truth is, Aid's been working hard to try to erase that misunderstanding. During the tour, Aid convinced me to change the script to it's ending as a memorial to Ferris. Oh? Frankly speaking, we weren't too happy about the change at first, but Aid went all over the gather inspiration and build up experience as a scriptwriter before consulting me about it many times. And in the end, the altered script began to take shape. After we finished rewriting the script, we began preparing for our tour. Right after we finalized the show schedule, Ada sent an invitation to Ferris' parents. And you know how that went. Everyone present goes silent as they look at the glass shards and red paint scattered everywhere. Ada, is there anything we can do to help? Stay alert and protect the future shows. That's right. Since they rejected Aid's goodwill, they'll definitely won't give up easily. Aid smiles sourly and bows to everyone again. I'm sorry for causing you trouble. Ensuring the show takes place successfully is part of the request. You don't have to blame yourself for this, Miss Ada. Z helps the Ada up, and Jian comes over to help support by the shoulder. Yep, nothing's gonna happen with the trope around. I'll be counting on you all in the future then. It's getting late. I also need to take care of trope business. Oh yes, about the 2 attackers. Leave them to us. Miss Z, could you go easy on them? After all, it was because of me that... Relax, you know our limits. Several minutes later, the 2 higher attackers receive a stern talking to by GN and slink off, vanishing into the night. After I was watching fade away, I can't help but ponder the situation. So they were hired then. Not if they were like the people who tried to ambush Aid earlier, they probably related to the bandits too. Before the 2 men can flee into the darkness, I call out the Groza. Groza, follow them and see where they're headed. Ah, very nice, Commander. Very smart, Commander, very smart. Alright, we got 4 more. Alright, so... Yeah, because I called it, because there's no way you don't know, girl. Like, those expressions were like, oh, I don't know anything. No, you knew. Anyway, all right, let's continue. All right, get a little drink. Okay, why are we starting with gunshots? Okay. Otherwise, a petite doll is racing towards the LD. She places her shot herself with deadly precision, piercing away at the swarming her. That's her! Oh my gosh! I didn't think we would actually see her! She looks amazing! The midriff and wow! I love the axe! This actually gives me, okay, this honestly, this is, I'm gonna be honest here, this gives me like this really looks like, oh my gosh, what's her name from ZDZ? The girl with the hammer. I can't remember her name right now. Her name is very long, but her and D, like, this is a combination of two personalities, like the cool look and the axe. Like, I don't know, it just gave me double those vibes. I like this. The LED core is ringing her high like gruesome sandbags. Her gun's starting to heat up, but Fea shows no sign of stopping. Instead, she begins counting the bodies on the ground. 7, 8, 9, 14. Still not enough. Again! Okay, girl. Okay. Fea scowls and leaps to the slump in the eye pile. Then lunges at her, and her gun is moving between targets. Fea throws her tomahawk, which cleaves deeply in the creature's throat. Here! That face! Oh my gosh. Another body hits the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Sorry. The impact shatters the collapsed crystals into the corpse and the front and the Fea's feet. Fragments. Fea quickly bends down and picks up the chunks, wipes off the icky stuff, and shoves them in her pockets. That's what you get for trying to ambush me. Soon, these all been dealt with. Fea picks up the last class crystal piece and pats her bulging pockets. That should be enough, right? I ought to be able to get a present with this. Or is it, according to the acting human introduction, presenting a gift after meeting an old friend while following a observation is a sign of your sincerity? Oh, so that means I should have to collect more crystals? I still have enough time to kill more ELDs. Plus, that piece will get worn down from processing. It'll be bad if I don't have enough. Fea looks up the kid's distance. A wisp of smoke curls in the air. It seems as though another ELD is packed up ahead. She mounts up on her motorbike and roars over the source of the smoke. Okay. However, as she approaches the boat, Ray gradually realizes something's wrong. Wait, those aren't ELDs. The source of the smoke lies just 100 meters away, but isn't created by ELDs. Rather, it comes from a wildly modified bandit vehicles. Bill found us something in several junkers pouring out fire in the hills. It's the bands again. Did they spread all over here? Ray has output her visual models and tries to see who the band's target is. However, she can only make out several index shapes amongst the rolling cloud of dust. Could it be standard travelers or a resident from a nearby settlement? Who cares? The bands are butts anyway. I'll just shoot first and ask questions later. I like her. I really do like her. She's fiery. Yeah, raises her motorbike and rides into the heart of the dust cloud. Hey, over here! This is so cool. Like, I actually like her, chat. Like, I really like her. Colita! That's her name, Colita! Colita, I'm pretty sure it's Colita or something like that name. That's her name. Oh my gosh, I just remembered it. But yeah, it's like D and Colita. Like, the axe, like just the axe though. But yeah, she reminds me a lot of Colita, like the fiery personality and stuff like that. I am actually really loving this a lot. Like, this is such a good event. I am so glad, again, that I waited and gave this like a proper send-off and I'm not rushing it now. Like, I'm actually playing it. Because before, when I was doing this, I had this and then Stellar Blade after, but then I kept getting distracted because I really want to play Stellar Blade. But now I have a whole day dedicated to this, and I'm so glad I did because this is so good. I love every minute of this. To the Fae's surprise, the people surrounding the hill are actually pretty good fighters and work well with Fae. Soon after, the man on a modified vehicle is driven off. Fae brings her motorbike to the hall and waving people behind the smoke. You guys alright? We're good. Thanks for helping us now. Despite the attack from viewers, most impressive. You're welcome. You guys are pretty good too. Are you bounty hunters? I thought you would look As the people emerge from Faye's words clutch her throat. No way! Ain't no way she ran into her own trope. You guys, yep. Yo, Faye, surprised to see you, see us? Ain't no way. Oh, that's amazing. See, Commander, I told you it was Faye. There's no way I could mix anyone who lunches an axe around for all her days long anyone else. It's been a while. I mean, Miss Faye. Yeah, it's long time no see, Faye. I smile and walk to the doll I haven't seen in a long time. 10 years have passed and she changed her appetite, but her brilliant red hair still burns like fire, and the spiritual look in her eyes hasn't changed a bit. I was looking forward to meeting you again from the moment Diane told me she had contacted you. I thought we'd meet at the campsite, but I expected to run into you here. Can we consider it fate our reunion took place in form of fighting side by side? Faye seems to want to say something, but she spaces out after hearing me speak. I love her already. Her mouth hangs like... Ah! Wait, no. I'm loving this. She's like, her mouth half open, her face turns red, and she struggles. She's a, oh my gosh, this is so cute. Commander, nice to see you again. Stop, you're too cute, stop. I got you a gift when we met. Again, I mean, I was planning to give you a gift, but I haven't managed to get you. Saying no, so Faye reaches her pocket and then she freezes up. Faye looks down her pocket. Under her eyes, she fell around inside. Her pockets, which had been stuffed with brim with just oil, were grazed by bullets during the firefight. All of the crystals she worked so hard to scattered everywhere, leaving only a few pieces sparkling forlornly in her hands. How could this? My cloud's crystals! Faye? Faye clenches her fist in frustration, then grabs her head. It looks like she's struggling to keep control of her emotions. After a while, she looks up with a sour smash on her face. I'm loving this girl. She's amazing, chat. I'm sorry, Commander. It looks like your gift will have to wait. Aw, cheer up. So you dropped all those crystals you collected. So what? Just pick them up again. I'll help you. What's important is that you met the Commander again. Not some present. Yes, seeing you here is what matters to me. I pat Faye's shoulder and try to console her. Faye has seemed to be on edge ever since we met. She hasn't said much, and with little she says comes out as a nervous stuttering. What happened to her? I remember she was a hot-tempered and a griffin, but not like this. Maybe I should ask her about it later when I get the chance. She's not gonna be a recruitment. Okay, I know technically we're getting Springfield. Well, actually, we might get both, but this is like heavily hinted. Okay. Thank you, Commander. I'm happy to see you again too. And that's right. What are you doing here, Commander? It's a long story. You know about the trope, right? Someone caused trouble last night and grows up followed them to another bandit camp. Yeah, and I came here to help check it out. But not long after we met up, these guys went out for a walk. I see. After this, you're going to... Well, we'll heading back to campsite first. Groza got a good picture of the situation here. I believe your teammates are looking forward to meeting you too. Once we return to the settlement, GM practically flies into the trope's campsite. Fix this! Zoe, look who I found! Upon hearing his voice, Diane looks up from where she's working on stage. Faye! Diane approaches with a quick step, enfolding Faye into a hug. Aww! Zhao walks up in a nearby tent, having heard the commotion. Hey, what are you doing here? Faye reflexively glances at me, and I raise my hand defensively. It really wasn't me this time. I already ran into Faye. I love she's like, and he's like, no. Wait. Z turns her to Faye, who walks over and punches Z's soldier. Diane gave me the location. What the Benji? So you can go out by yourself and nobody's allowed to follow? The previously happy mood in the air suddenly freezes over. Diane sighs before walking over to the pair, taking a green-colored arm in one hand and a red-colored one in the arm. There, don't get mad. We should be happy that Monsoon been reunited after so long. Yeah, that's right. Faye came over to help out. In fact, she helped us out beat up a bunch of bandits just now. Don't be so stiff, Z. Yes, Faye's skills were amazing. Also, do you have anything to say? You have anything to say to Monsoon Assembled? All right. Z presses the spot between her brows in resignation. She's like, fine. I was hoping that this brief event action would be enough to spur you ladies to calmly consider her face. She's like, look. I love it. She's like, look, I tried to do this the easy way, but no. I love that. I was hoping that the brief event would spur you ladies to calmly consider our future. Clearly, that plan has failed. That just means it was the wrong thing to do. It's better to just be frank and speak up rather than having us all stew in our rooms by ourselves being miserable. Isn't it right, big sis? For once, I agree with Jian. Yes, I agree. The face-to-face discussion is the best way to communication with Monsoon. Much like when you play a song, one must be the scene properly judged of the audience reaction. Zhao, while this is a private commission, you're still part of Monsoon. Will you allow us to help you with this commission for the next few days? I mean, your business is Monsoon's business. Yeah, we'll help you out if Amita gives us another job next time. After seeing the stare of the teammates' expression, the coldness of Zoo's face has faded. Zhao looks at them in the eye and nods. Alright. Yippee! Everybody together. I love this! This is so cool! I love this! I love this event! I love it! 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 Alright, continue! I want to see more! I always love these events. I love this! It's so good! Several days later, inside the Tropes campsite. Monsoon's squad and Groza intensified patrols outside the campsite for following days. Despite a little upset during the test show, the attack we feared never came, and the Trope enjoyed their rare few days of peace. It's a relief. It's relief that the Trope has been otherwise... Why? I am not reading that! Has otherwise been unhindered game. But I'm hard-pressed in finding the rationale for the bandits' actions. Could it be that the link between the bandits' attacks for the night were purely coincidence? Was it truly just two layabouts with nothing better to do than accepting a job from the underground? No, perhaps I need to investigate further. There must have been something behind the attacks that I've been missing. Once an afternoon rehearsal trope is over, I seek out Zhao. As she listens to my attention for coming here, she puts down the prop sheet check and looks at me in puzzlement. Okay. So you intend to investigate the bandits inside the camp right now? Yes, right now. You can tell something's wrong too, right? Adura looks outside the campsite. While things seem peaceful at the campsite, the sunlight outside is nowhere warm and welcoming as it was first when we first came. In fact, it feels like it was somewhat deserted. Our audience is gone. That's right. The Trope advertised the show heavily, so there ought to be more people here. However, it seems the band activity nearby has forced people who are planning to watch the play abandon their plans. Commander, do you think the change the band's action is linked to how we stopped the attack on the camp that day? I can't be sure, but we both know the bands are mixing up in this. And besides, the bands have been scourge of the surrounding region, yet the summon and the Tropes have been completely untouched. It doesn't make any sense. I don't think it's because we revealed ourselves. I don't think that thing alone would actually pay an invite to those starving wolves here. Therefore, I need to head out on foot to figure out what's going on. Since it's very likely that A is involved, I'll need the help of the Monsoon Squad too. Understood. I can cover you, Commander. Ooh, me too, me too. I haven't got investigating with you in a long time, Commander. She a prayer from seemingly out of nowhere and stirs up between me and Z, followed by close by Anne and Faye, who turned up in front of me. What? Why did you just tell us you needed help, Commander? Yeah, I would have monopolized the scouting mission with the Commander if I hadn't secretly followed you. Ain't no way, this woman. As I see the look of suspicion in their eyes, I can't help but chuckle, but eventually I harden my heart and shake my head. The bandits are still roaming around out here, so we need to leave someone behind to protect the campsite. Z and I will follow me. Diane and Faye will stay behind and protect the campsite. Woohoo! Understood. Faye and I will mind the campsite, but please be careful, Commander. As a G... Hey! What's this tune? I love it. I love it. Alright. As the Jeep drives deeper into the wilderness, there is still no trace of the bandits. Jean stares out from the back seat of the window for a long time, but she can't find anything. Bored, she begins tapping out the rhythm of the vehicle's frame. Jean, mind your volume. Okay, fine. I'll stop now. After being reminded of Z, Zian sticks her tongue out and grumbles under her breath. The bandits are such a pain. There's no sign of them anywhere. Just a waste of time, Commander. I can't believe we're heading our precious time out with the bandits. Ugh, I'm so mad. After completing this, drapes herself over the back of my seat. Still, I'm glad I get to go with you again, Mission Commander. It feels like just like the old days. In fact, I can't help but wonder how nice it would be if the trope could just keep performing. Then Big Sister and I could just ignore the cruddy agreement and stay with you forever. Right, Commander? Oh my gosh, this girl. The agreement, Actually, Callan sent me a secret transmission about a month ago when I was System 4 regarding the new changes to the agreement. Oh! While quite a few dolls already returned the ammo through chance encounters, I was planning to maintain the status quo for a while longer to avoid the ammo becoming a target once again. But after seeing the gloom and delight in face, I find it hard to keep quiet. Wait, what's the modifications? Perhaps I can't answer for the world, but at least I can give an answer. Commander? Actually, you can do that right now. You don't have to worry about the agreement anymore. Let's go! Eh? Jean jaw drops and her eyes go wide. I sigh and then smile as gently as I can. Just last month, Let's go! Yes! Just last month, the non-military version of Ministry secretly lifted part of the agreement's restrictions for various reasons. That said, it was done in serious, so I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want to alarm certain people. Also, I'm just a Bentley's bounty hunter right now, so all I can do is wander the land doing jobs to meet ends meet. It's a hard life. So the Commander can see all the dolls again! Ah! I don't care if you're wandering or not. I'm out as long as I'm with you, Commander. It won't ever hardship for me. I'm sure Big Sis and Faye feel the same way too. Oh yeah, we'll go back and tell them the good news and show them be really happy if they know they can follow you again. Really now? I chuckled, then turned to Z. However, I realized that she's staring intently through the windshield, her face grim. Commander, bandits are up ahead. Ah, but that is so cool! Oh, ooh. We get a cutscene. Oh, these are so good. I love these cutscenes. Bang, 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 bang. Huh, problem resolved. Zay, catch up quick. We can wrap things up and share the good news with the sisters soon. Don't rush. Take care of the enemies first. That is so cool. Okay, for those of you who don't know, and I don't know this, who are just watching this for the event portion of this going on, basically all these dolls here couldn't see the commander in question because there was an agreement that he made. It basically said, I can't see any of the dolls from Griffin. But all the dolls are like, yo, we actually really like the commander. We want to see them. Commander just said, yeah, they kind of lifted that argument, so now everybody can come back if they want. And, well... Commander's getting me busy. Like, all the dolls are like, yes, yes. Yeah, the commander's getting me really busy. I actually can't wait. That is such a huge dub for the commander. Alright. Thanks to Zinju with the combined attack, the ambushing bandits are soon driven off. We wipe out the remaining enemies along the way, but don't see anyone else around us. In order to verify the bandits' attacks, we even pursued them all the way to the bandit camp we found earlier. However, the brightly lit campsite of the night is now completely deserted, as if though the bandits were tipped off and vanished without a trace after their area activity. What is going on? Maybe they got scared of how we've been. What is with this? I love this dialogue. I'm not saying it. Actually, no, I'm gonna say this one. No, I'm saying this one. Not saying this chat. Maybe they got scared by how we've been spanking them over the past few days and ran off. I love this dialogue. No, judging by the state of the camp, this was an organized withdrawal. Just so we missed them again. Let's head out to the risk camp where that Groza found. I love this. We soon arrived at the other camp, and however the situation there is the same as before. Hey, where did everyone go? When I came from Groza and the commander just a few days ago, there were bandits patrolling around the area. Indeed, if they packed out the last few days, where did they go? I lean against the window and rub my forehead as I feel a headache coming on. Is there nothing wrong? Is there really nothing wrong with those bandits? In the past, defeating bandits was not a difficult task. However, they seem to have become more cunning over the past 6 months. The behavior we saw during the request reflects that. They have multiple territory bases, they actually send out people to take underground market requests, and they can even contact organized group patrols. A vague feeling that there is something wrong with all this churns in my mind. It's almost as though someone is directing these crude bandits from the shadows. Unfortunately, I have no clue or proof regarding them at the moment. Don't be so down, Commander. Since they're gone, the Trove and the Sun will be safe. You should be happy, Commander. It's good for aid, yes, but it seems the bounty that the Commander will receive for investigating bandits is going to be much smaller than expected. You don't hold back at all, do you? You're right. I'm sorry, Commander. Think about that. Still, there's no need to worry. Now the agreement has been loosened, the Monster will help you out on the missions as long as we can stay on the ammo. In short, you won't ever have to worry starving over if that's around. Is that so? I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Commander. Yeah, Commander. You're basically set, bruh. Hee, me too. There's also the fun stuff on the ammo and all our old friends. Well, not just the guys at Griffin, but lots of new friends too. We'll be able to make new friends too, right? She turns her grip on the steering wheel, and her eyes sparkle as she fantasizes the new future holds. Sally says nothing, only listening quietly. Man, I want to get back to the campsite right now and see the look of Big Sis and Faye's face when I tell them the agreement has been loosened up. Hold on tight, Commander. I'm putting the pedal to the metal. Oh, this is gonna be good. Anne mutters about the agreement to herself as she speeds all the way back. Soon the Jeep lures the halt. We're at the campsite. Oh, please be good. Commander, we arrived! Dan eagerly dismounts the it. Even without hearing words, she informs me, tells me, even flurry wild generation follows tells me. Even without hearing words, she's informing about the agreement. Sure enough, Diane and Faye run up a moment later. Commander, is what you true? Is the agreement annulled? I nod. Strictly faintly, it was because the terms have been loosened that, after previous assist for 04 concluded, you were allowed to stay at an Emerald. So, if you don't mind following me on my wanderings, you can come back to the Elmo and stay with me permanently after the contract is finished. That's wonderful. I've been looking forward to the day when I can officially join the Elmo. To the day when I found a return to society for good, Commander. Dan strokes the pennant on her wrist. Me too. I'll follow you anywhere, Commander. Doesn't matter where you go. Monsoon Squad always about traveling, after all. I love the blush. That's so cute. Alright, since you're willing, I have no reason to refuse you. However, it seems your leader still hasn't chimed in yet. I look towards Z, who has been keeping her distance ever since she got from the vehicle. Jay and the others look expectantly towards her, expecting Z to respond with a smile. That expression is colored further with mild concern and worry. As for Z simply toys her knife as she's holding. Her expression is cool as even ever. We haven't reached the deadline of the suggestion yet, so my answer is the same as before. So you want me to join the Elmo? I'll need to consider it, but I will not stop you. Ha! What's there to consider? The commander is super reliable, you know. You don't need to overthink it, Z. You know, I've always been wanting for this to happen. The air turns chilly. Diane sets forward and carefully ventures the question. I never asked before, but is there some reason you're reluctant to join us, Z? Z doesn't answer. She simply continues rubbing the hand of her knife. Upon seeing the reaction, I sigh inside. I probably won't be able to get the answer out of her today. After patting the other's shoulder, I chuckle quietly. Well, if she thinks about it, then we don't have to press her for the answer today. The trope will be performing for a while. You can always decide when the contract is done. Yeah, what is? That is so weird. Is she like, she fearing position? That is so weird. I don't know why she's so hesitant, chat. I guess we'll find out, but it's so weird. All right, continue. It's so weird. I'm like, kind of like curious. Like, why is she? It's so weird. Sorry. I'm having too much fun. Oh no, no. Hang on. This week is long schedule. Oh, wind down. During the time the bandits are still active in the wilderness. But they don't harass the trope again. They attack Aid Fear has out their place. The performance sees a glowing reviews. Hang on a minute. Anyway. On the night before the final performance, the trope's campsite is brightly lit. The members of the trope are gathered in the heart of the campsite, nervously preparing for the late show. When daybreak comes, I shall go with Aid. Your mind, you're blocking. Sorry about that. Let's do it over. Aid, mind, you're blocking. Interesting. When the daybreak comes, I shall go with the wind over the kingdom of the faraway clouds. Aid, your delivery just now was too stiff. I'm sorry, After a second reminder, stumbles a little and she gets to her feet. Even the most clueless actor would be able to tell right away. Wow, she's not in the right state of mind for rehearsal. The director sighs and pats Aid on the shoulder. Relax, if you're not feeling well, go rest up a little. We'll go over the other portions first. Thank you. Aid nods to the director and gradually slinks off the stage. Daya raises her seat in the audience and slightly follows her. Miss Aid, when humans are bothered by something, they feel better when they talk to holes in what? In trees? Huh? So there's something bothering you. Why not try telling me about it? Are you referring to yourself as a tree woman? If nothing else, my color scheme is about... Okay, you're a tree. Okay, chat, she's a tree. Anyway, similar to a I figure I ought to be able to price every set of the functionality of one. A freezes up, then confidently looks at Z, up and down, before bursting out into laughter. Miss Z, is that how you always comfort your friends? No, not always, but right now it seems to be working. Thank you, I do feel a little better now. Upon seeing the sadness in Aid's eyes, and abated a little, Z walks over to Aid's side. Are you feeling anxious about tomorrow's show? Yes, I believe Farrah's parents won't give up that easily. Miss Aid, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but as an actor, your sole duty is to deliver your performance. Ensuring that the show is safe is Monsoon Squad's duty. Got it. Thank you, Ms. Z. I'm sorry for subjecting you to the terrible performance just now. No matter what happens tomorrow, I'll perk myself up and properly prepare for it. Aid smiles to the Zoe and then turns ahead to the stage. Zoe watches and leaves nothing extra spring into her step, and then she returns to the audience seats. After rehearsal in the corner of the camp, having confirmed that her various tasks and preparations are complete, Z is about to head back with rest when she suddenly feels the weight of her shoulder. Hee. Ambush successful, Big Sis. Hey, come quick. Having managed to grab the shoulders, doing exactly ways others, Sudai and Faye have arrived, flanking her. Faye's over the ambush. First, Leia raises her hands in recognition. I don't recall a pre-show celebration on the cards. No, it really is a celebration. We just have a few questions for you. Faye rubs her hands, and an expression turns serious. That's to say, what do you think of the commander? Yeah. We were all in a rush when we came to help the commander out, so you probably didn't have much time to chance to talk to him. But now they're just us Monsu's and a commander. Plus, you've been with him for so long already. Surely you must have made up your mind about him by now, right? The last show is tomorrow, Z. No matter what you're planning to do, won't you sit down and talk things through with us before making your final decision? Yeah, I hate how you just up and left them without saying anything. I love that look right there, by the way. I'm sorry. I was planning to make this decision after the commission was complete and I could discuss things with the commander. I didn't think that I would carry so much trouble for everyone. Who says you're troubling us, Z? Hey, you're always so decisive when it comes to time. Why are you all hesitant now? We have known each other for so long, so can you tell us what's going on in your mind? Z, you should tell us directly if you have any doubts or questions about the MO. After all, Monsu's been through a lot over the past years, and we faced together, haven't we? Yeah, in the past, you were always the one who kept up with the plan when ran into trouble. Now you got trouble, so you gotta tell us about it. We're a team after all. Thank you. I'll be frank then. It's true. I had some reservations about joining Alamo. However, they are not related to Elmo or Monsoon, but rather my past. Oh. She looks down at the scars of her hand. A moment later, she looks at Diane. I want my choice to be Mimo, so I'm sorry, but I can't give an answer right now. Diane steps forward and gently grabs Z's hand. It's alright, Z. We didn't approach you tonight to ask you to do anything. We just wanted to tell you that you've always been a great leader for all these years. Yeah, you might have it out for me, but you're actually pretty trustworthy as a squad leader. Monsoon has not even... Monsoon might not even be here if it wasn't for your ideas. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't follow your orders from just anyone. So, we truly hope we can continue traveling with you. I hope so too. And I will seriously consider that matter in our future. After noting the monster was almost done talking, I however knocked light on the nearby tent pole. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to talk about the campsite defensive posture for tomorrow. What do you have in mind, Commander? I believe that the bandits have not given up the big fish, and this trope represents, and the two attacks that they weren't coincidence, merely probes. I nods in agreement. Yes, they were using this to determine how well the trope was protected. Indeed, while the mental image display of the bandits may sound strange, if they really are planning to make it a big haul, they would probably hold back until the tour was over and the trope's temporary guards were gone. I don't want anything to happen to the trope after we leave. Rather than leave the bandits free to threaten others, I'd rather look for a chance to put an end to the matter once and for all. Was that why you kept sending Miss Gorza out after the bandits after the past few days? And here I thought you were going to mind your own business. Come on, it's not like bounty hunters only have class P's on the mind. Besides, I also want to... That's not good, chat! A series of gunshots explodes outside the campsite, nearby wars, and shatter all silence tonight. Run! It's the bandits! The bandits are here! So they all came out. Ladies, prepare for fight. I thought it was something else. Oh. Hey! Stop ruining the area. Hey, what's the sign to clear the audience out? Let's see eliminate the remaining enemies. Oh, we don't get to see face model. Baloney. I want to see our model. Anyway, alright. Combat start though. Alright. Alright. Hang on 1 second, chat. While this is going, I have to do something. Hang on. Action fight. Really? Hang on. There you go. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. Bang! Bang! Oh. We did it! Yippee! The bandits who were attacked the settlement are swiftly beaten by the Monsoon Squad and will grow those combined efforts. However, the campsite caught in the crossfire and much of the direct backdrop of the stage destroyed. Everything remotely visible as remotely valuable to and backstage has been vanished. The campsite is in uproar. The truck manager frantically shuttling between the stage and the admin tent and the costume rack and calling the loss of the Monsoon Squad to help her out. Just then, the actor runs out. Manager, it's bad. He's gone. Uh-oh. Huh? Tell me. Be clear about it. What happened? The cast was doing a head count just now. We couldn't find Ada. After that, someone mentioned that they think they saw several bands going after Abe when the campsite was being attacked. And also someone was guiding the bandit. I think it was the people who came that got trouble for us earlier. Wait a minute. Are you saying the trouble was from were inside men for the bandits and the Ferris parents who hired a bandit to attack the trope? No, I don't think so. When you consider how Ferris died, there's no way her family would hire bandits. The underground markets are chaotic and hard to manage. It's more likely that the commission as cost show here was coincidentally taken by the bandits. The bandits needed an inside man. That's right. The tour was heavily publicized, so the bandits have probably had their eye on the trope for some time now. The commission put out by Ferris family gave them the perfect excuse to sneak around the campsite without arousing our suspicion. Would the bandits actually do that? Don't they know how to wave? Don't they only know how to wave their guns around? That would normally be the case, but it seems like the bandits have grown a brain out of fast 3 months. Commissions involving them have gotten harder and harder to complete as a result. While they're still fairly immature in natural combat, their ability strategy does seem to be involved a little. Darn it! Then what should we do now? A sudden ring note came from the console and the manager's word. The manager frowns and opens it out. We instantly hear a girl scream from the other side of the connection. Uh-oh. That's only a second, then the girl's voice cuts out, replaced by a short-tempered voice. Heard that? You lead actress in my heads. Bring the ransom by tomorrow. I'm warning you now. Don't try any fancy stuff, or she dies. The call cuts up, and the campsite instantly goes silent. But as soon as the canopy voice interrupts it all around, panic swallows the entire trope. That was Abe's voice. The band's kidnapped Ada. Director, manager, what should we do? Can we really trust the bands? What if? Amidst the clamor, the theater manager walks over to me, and utter helplessness in her eyes, and tightly squeezes my hand. Please save Abe. We'll try to get the money together, but we can't let anything happen to Abe again. All right, calm down. No matter what. Before I admit it, he has already walked up to us. Commander, allow me to handle the rescue. I've seen enough kidnappings last lifetime. Those scum only know how to bully the weak and torment others. I don't know how the people live in the containment zone, but stepping in when I'm seeing injustice being done is how I live. And now that I've seen what happened, there's no way I can turn a blind eye to it. I know that, but please wait a moment. These eyes narrow as I stop her. Don't get me wrong, Z. Calm down and listen to me. I manage the space between my eyes and I take out her guarded attitude with suspicions. Looks like she really misunderstood me. Then I shake my head and look in her eye. Z, I feel the same way as you. There is no I would simply stand outside after seeing something like this. That has nothing to do with being a bounty hunter. That said, stopping you comes from my experience as a bounty hunter. I believe there is a better solution to this matter. What better solution, Commander? Color me impressed. I'm actually impressed, chat. Let's see. Continue. I'm actually impressed by this. What is the commander cooking, chat? What is the commander cooking? Let's find out. I'm really liking this, by the way. I'm really liking this. Oh my gosh. Inside the dark corner of the abandoned warehouse, I secretly slip a thin razor blade from out between the layers of my clothes. I remember the calm look Z's faces when she slipped into my sleeve. I've carried this blade with me for a time such as this, when I trapped among the enemy. Since you're willing to take this risk, Commander, I'll give you this blade. The blade is sharp, so be careful not to cut your fingers when you retrieve it. I feel for the bait and take advantage of the fact that there's nobody around there and cut my rope bindings. So the Chimera got caught. Soon the ropes fell apart of me, and I worked my shoulders free myself. As I took the little razor blade back into my thick sleeves, it cuts my finger, and coolness oozed from the point of contact. Ah, it's really sharp. I ignore the pain in my finger and fish out the micro communicator in my collar before calling Z. Ring, ring, Z. It's here. There is hardly any delay, and the call goes through. The plan was successful. I'm inside the bandit warehouse. So your definition says to pretend to be defeated and captured so they can throw you into the warehouse while trussed up like a turkey. Hey, Pete's mindlessly charging in. This place seems lightly guarded, and their rope work is sloppy. Looks like the bandits aren't very experienced. Oh, and oh yeah, your knife was really useful too. As long as you're safe, have you found Aid yet? Yep, Aid's in the other corner. I think she fainted. I'll go wake her up now. Wait for my signal. How about you and GN? Ready to move on your signal, Commander. Alright. I hang up there quietly and approach the corner where Aid's lying. Aid's face is pale and she lies on the cold ground. Her hands are tied behind her, and her tired body is curled up into a ball. I bend down and start cutting her bonds. Then I pat her shoulder before calling her name. Aid! Aid, wake up! After a while, she wakefully opens her eyes. Upon seeing me, she grabs hold of my sleeve, her eyes wide and full of tears. Please help me, it's them! Wait, what'd she say? It's them? Please help me, it's them! D, Diane, Ian hide behind a pile of rocks, keeping watch of eye on the nearby band encampment. Sounds of merriment and occasional laugh come from within. It seems they are celebrating the recent victory. Jan pouts in annoyance as she crouches behind the rock pile, bored out of her mind. Ah, I'm so bored! Why didn't they give us the signal yet? Well, the commander's probably getting intel, woman. You have to wait. Be patient. Ah, were you about to butt heads of the commander yesterday? Why are you willing to listen to him all of a sudden? That was then, and this is now. Ah. Dan's eyes do not leave the band's campsite, and she delivers her flat reply. Oh, I get it now. You realize how trusted the commander is, haven't you? Z remains silent, but then the calm man suddenly comes over the comm channel. Zai, go! Acknowledge. Hey! Hey, I like that. We're infiltrating the camp. Where's the other model? I want to see phase model. Let me see phase model. Anyway, we're infiltrating the camp and then police initiate attack. What is you over there, boss? I think we're gonna see me, right? Everything is currently smoking smoothly. Let's begin as planned. Understood. GN, Diane, initiate the attack. Alright. I'm loving every minute of this chat. Alright. Battle starter. Alright. I'm loving every minute of this. Alright. Ah! This is actually... That's got her. You know, getting shot point blank probably hurts, not gonna lie. If you got shot point blank, I don't think you're gonna survive that. I think that's gonna hurt a lot. Alright. You know what? We're actually getting close to the end here. He gave me a nice, well, no, we only have an hour. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay. Alright. After sending the transmission to Z, I instruct Aid to hide in the corner. I ensure Aid is well hidden and take cover behind the nearby junk. My heap of junk. Wow, okay. My gun is ready in case we're attacked from outside. Soon gunshots fill the outside, the warehouse. Wait, where's that? Oh, there it is. The gunfire draws closer. Someone kicks the main door and a familiar form rushes in. Commander, Ada, we're here. D rushes over on my side, then nods to us. Diane and Diane are covering outside. Come with me. There's a side of the path we can leave their encampment. No, we can't leave. At least not like this. And what's the reason for that? I took a commission from Ada. D raised an eyebrow. Time is tight. I'll cut to the chase. Just now, Ada told me that she recognized those bandits. Yeah, I did, Missy. I've seen it before. Ada's eyes suddenly fill with anger. She tends her grip on Z's arm, her voice trembling. Last night when I was brought here, I saw the leader, the bandit leader. He was wearing a necklace, I remember. The necklace had a birthday gift from her family. Ferris cherished it dearly. She'd wear it everywhere. Oh! That's why I'm certain of it. He's the one who led the bandits that attacked me in Ferris. Correct. And so A made a request for me. She wants me to wipe out the bandits to avenge Feas. I accepted. And now, Z, you have a choice. Are you willing to join me in clearing out this nest of bandits? Of course, it's going to be more dangerous than just escorting her out of here. For the first time, there's almost an impressible smile. There's almost an It would be my pleasure. Ah, there we go. She's like, okay, bet. Say less. Say less. I love that look, like, say less. She literally had that, say less. All right, let's go. Let's go. Last stage. Let's see it. Ah! All right. She likes. Oh, so it's you, your old scrap metal causing havoc in my camp? Go, everyone. Get in there and knock this guy's head off for me. Z, keep a tight watch on them. Don't let even one of them scrubs escape. Hey! Ah, understood. Hey, I like that. Alright. Let's go, girls. I kind of wish I had the whole squad together that I can actually throw them in. But that's fine. Alright, go, girls. And... bang, bang! Eee. Okay. And... another little thing. Ah. Yeah, well, get my girl Cool Guy to take care of it. There we go. Wait, are those eyes glowing red? I love how overpowered the elite. Nope. This is the first time I just realized this. This is the first time we don't like have a boss. It's just an elite. Which is interesting. I think like in almost every event there's been like a boss. This is actually the first one I think where it's just like, hey, this is just an elite. Interesting. I like how it stays true to the chat. I like that. Alright. We did it! Alright. D and I coordinate each other and corner the bandit leader. What should we do? There's no police station in the contamination zone. We do it the bounty hunter way. Either you hold your peace forever or you leave it with no regrets behind. Though when it comes to scum like that, I wouldn't be able to live myself if I spared him. Oh no! A single gun fills the air, and the Pokemon wearing the necklace slumps against the wall. Contract closed. Gosh, the commander! I recovered the notes from the man and indicated to Z that we should leave. Z seems a little pleased with herself now. Let's go. I love her smile. I turn to head out the encampment. It's time we return to Ada. 2 days after the bandits were defeated, the Italian Truth campsite was abuzz, and aptly tonight's daybreak will perform the summon for the last time. Night just fallen, and the temporary scene is packed with audience members who have come here from the nearby settlements. As the show progressed, the sounds of applause are sniffling come across the scenes. When the final scene arrives, all eyes are on the girl at the center stage, illuminated by the spotlights. I'm sorry, my best friend. Please forgive my bidding you farewell. But last night, I received word from the goddess of dawn. She told me that the daybreak comes, I shall go with the wind and over the kingdom of faraway clouds. But my dear beloved friend, do not be saddened by this parting. For you know that this has been always my wish to become a faint ray of light and illuminates the dark night. As she writes her limits, a twinkle of light blossoms in her hand. She holds out the radiant mote and descends from the stage in the audience scenes until finally she arrives before a man and a woman. And so from now on, so long as you sky into the dawn, remember that the daybreak from the wish I will. Is that the parents? Stop! I'm gonna tear up a little bit. Is that the parents? Let the necklace be proof of our pact. No matter where you may be, as long as you need it, it shall become the daybreak to defend you. And with that, Angela lifts her hand and spots Ferris' necklace into the couple. It is! Oh, that's actually really nice and hopeful. Oh, I kind of like that. That actually makes me tear up a little bit. Then Abe bows deeply with the two of them. I'm so sorry. Then I watched the end of the show and choose the corner of the audience. After seeing it finally embrace Perry's parents, even Z cool expression seems to soften a little. A good ending, don't you think? It's good that this misunderstanding could be resolved. It's also good that you were willing to test about the evil deeds of the bandits. Otherwise, Perry's parents would have found the tale hard to believe. So does that mean our misunderstanding has also been resolved? Can you tell me about your reluctance to join us? Dee inside for all, then she nods. Before joining Monsoon Squad, I used to travel alone and deal with any danger encountered by myself. But after becoming part of Monsoon Squad, Diane, and Faye became my friends. We traveled together with the same wish in our hearts, just like Aid and Ferris. I once thought Monsoon would keep traveling for like forever. While everyone kept talking about finding their commander, they still limited by that agreement, so I believe that the day they would do so was still far off. Thus, I did not think much about what will happen once the agreement ended, or what I would do. So, when I realized that there really was a chance for them to go to the Elmo, I hesitated. If everyone else in the band chose to return to the Elmo, then what about me? Okay. Dee paused for a moment, then she runs her fingers over a knife and then looks at me. The members of the student often told me about you and your shared past. So before I made my decision, I would like to know, what made you walk the path of self-exile? Okay. To my knowledge, you were not compelled to become a wandering bounty hunter. Oh, me? I look at the sky. Too many scenes from the past flash before my eyes. Yeah, Commander, yeah. What exactly was it that made me choose the present course? I think the flames from that explosion and the one-sided farewell. In order to give all that some sort of meaning, I finally chose to sign the agreement, much as I loathed the terms the fact that I had done so. As my emotions fly into disarray, I shake my head and gaze it settles on the nearby stage. Perhaps it was for these people, Barris, Aid, and the audience members watching play just like you. Perhaps I could have chosen a better paying way to live life. But if I had, I would always be taking and carrying out orders. By ordering the Elmo, perhaps I could follow my heart and help the people who needed saving. But then again, maybe I just did it for myself. I kind of like this. I like this. I like this a lot. So, I'm sorry. I cannot answer your question because I still haven't accomplished anything yet. Is that what you wanted to hear, Z? Dad remains silent, and the night shrouds that poker face of hers. She looks down at the scars in her hands, and there's a vague sense of confusion in her eyes. Once, I simply did as I told. I never questioned righteous my actions and lack thereof. Oh. After that, I learned that I could choose for myself. And so, you chose Monsoon. No, not just Monsoon. When I joined Monsoon, I also chose the future I wanted. So what kind of future will you choose now? That explains the picture. That explains the picture. Yep. Okay. Okay. Yep. That is a really good picture. Oh, that's cool. Alright. Daya looks up. She stares into my eyes, and then confusion from before is now gone. Commander, I am not like Diane and the others. I have not experienced the days fighting by your side in Griffin. This is why I cannot immediately decide to board the Elmo and follow you. But of course, I would like all those who join the Elmo to do so of their own free will. However, the commission allowed me to get a measure of your character, and since my friends in the Monsoon Squad trust you completely, I think I can try to trust you too, Commander. Hey! In the past, I chose to travel with Monsoon Squad. Now I think I choose the future to travel with the Elmo. Let's go! Surely, a journey with you should be a pretty good one. Am I wrong? And with that, Zoe watches me quietly. Well, in terms of doing good and stopping evil, it ought to be pretty good. Upon hearing my answer, Zoe smiles barely visible smile again. Then from now on, the tactical Exilium shall join the ammo. Let's go! Here's the Jolly Corporation, Commander. Hey! In the late night, the bustling crowds are recited. The actor has cleared the way of the costumes, and props are now taking part leaving the campsite. Just as I'm about to return my tent, I hear a familiar gentle voice from behind me. Commander, do you have a moment? Diane, what are you doing here? Something the matter? I came to return you this. Diane smiles and approached me. Then she has a hand, revealing an ancient pendant in her palm. The thunderbolt-shaped symbol of the pendant gleams at the night. Ah, that's... My thoughts returned to the time several years ago. It was before I officially reunited with Diane. A certain request had led the animal traveling to the near Gear Zone. Therefore, I received a blue ribbon brought by Gorza after she returned from a mission to Satellite City. Oh! Without news, without message, we were separated for every variation. There are limitations imposed by agreement, and also cited Diane's care and concern. As Gorza's suggestion, I had her pass Diane the pendant. This was a keepsake that you and Miss Gorza gave me. Aww. I still remember the words she told me that day. Bathe in lightning in the rain, lying suddenly amidst the storm. The blue light flash shall one day be seen. The day origin of the name Elmo and the given promise he made with me. That the origin of the name Elmo and also the promise he made with me, is it not, Commander? I carry this bed with me during our time apart. It got me through the countless lonely days when my thoughts were you and gave me the strength to move forward. Thanks to that existence, I always believed that one day I would be reunited with you, Commander. Aww. You're right. Oh, I love this. The rain of the storm has passed. Welcome back to Elmo, Diane. I look toward Diane, but just as I'm about to retrieve the bed, she suddenly pulls her hand back. She holds it in her palm, looking tenderly upon it, as though she was caressing it with her gaze. Huh? Commander, the truth is, I have a request to make of you. Though we are now reunited, I have also etched the meaning of the pendant onto my heart. If I might, can I continue to hold on to it? I always cherish the spirit it was given. Ah! Still holding the pendant, Diane's eyes look me in the face, flushed and pink. Of course. Ah, she's like, look. Shortly afterwards, aboard the animal, look at this pretty shot. Oh, it's so beautiful. Shortly afterwards, on the Elmo, several dolls who have traveled before are now gathering in front of the massive vehicle. Oh, here we go. The twin-tail girl tugs her hand at the blue-collar girl, holding it excitedly in front of the Elmo. I love it, big sis. Return the Elmo again. Oh yeah, I didn't expect me to come back again. And now our leader Zia has returned with us. Yep, Monsoon's back together again. Is it really alright? The agreement... Relax. Amira said that our friend from her neighborhood will help us take care of it. We won't have to worry about the paperwork. So, let's enjoy our reunion with the commander. Wow, the commander's coming out. I'm feeling so nervous all of a sudden. Well, that's unusual. To think the day would come when Monsoon's best drummer is blushing. Wow, you're still making fun of me at a time like this. I was simply trying to add to the mood when the opportunity presented itself. But I guess it worked pretty well, no? With a wow, Diane runs to the Elmo, and Diane follows her resignation. Faye tries the Elmo too. Dee walks back to the room at a leisurely pace. What does the future hold, Monsoon Squad? Dee looks up at the person on the Elmo, waiting for them. Perhaps he will give her the answer. Is that it? I think that's it! That was so cool! Where the wind lies. That was so cool, chat! Oh my gosh, and that's the end of it! Oh my gosh, okay. That was really good. I am glad, honestly, my whole thing about this, I am so glad I kind of hinted this on the thing. I am so glad that I gave this event the time of day. That I actually made sure I didn't rush it.
And thing. I am so glad I didn't do that. I'm glad that I basically gave it a whole day and dedicated to this. This was amazing. I cannot wait to see the live stream. Like I said, I should be live viewing the live stream. I'm not sure if I'm gonna catch the day of. Well, I think I am. I am. I totally am. What am I talking about? I probably am. Or should I upload this video first? I'll decide. If you see this video before the live stream upload, it means I decided that. And if you didn't, that's the thing. But this was a good point. We had Z. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do a bond store or covenant before the release of the event, because like I said, I got really busy with all this stuff, so I kind of fell behind. But I am getting back into this game. This story reminded me why I love this game so much. Like, the thing. This is why I love it. It's got really good story. That I did not expect the commander to come in. I thought it was just gonna be a Dull Pacific story. And then Team 3 came in and was like, oh no, by the way, the commander's here. I like this story. This story was amazing. And I hope you all chat. I hope you liked it too. I hope you liked it too on YouTube. If you like what you saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for more. I really like this story. I can't wait to see what the live stream is. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to be watching live stream live or I'm going to do it another time, but we'll find out. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. I know I did. Because I don't know how long the live stream is going to be. That's my thing. And technically, I don't want to be staying up too late, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed. I know I did. If you like what you saw, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Ring the bell for more. Yeah, thank you, chat. Yeah. Ring the bell for if you want to see more. There's a stream live on Twitch, as you can see here. Pun_knee at twitch.com. I stream my stream schedule both on Blue Skies, Twitter, YouTube Community app, and Twitch itself. So I hop on by. With that in mind, I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Pun.